I'm going to crack this little rinky-dink can here.
Yep.
That's real.
Sparkling orange sickle. Little Celsius Live Fit. I think it's Live Fit or Live Fit.
How's it spelled? L-I-V-E?
I mean, they're spelled the
Probably
same way.
Live Fit, I'd imagine. I don't know. Liv Morgan doesn't spell her name L-I-V-E.
Well, that's true, but the way you live your life is spelled the same way.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Liv used to have an E in her name, but it got left with her shoulder.
Wow. That was... Boo.
That's good.
Yeah.
Tropicality.
So I'm having a Red Bull Yellow Edition Tropical Mix. I haven't had one of these since I was on the cruise in November.
And it's tropical pineapple flavor. What were you trying to tell me?
Knew you were going to
Well, when you are, you are.
So my oldest nephew, Tyler, they're going on a cruise the end of July.
Oh.
He said they're sailing out of Jersey, so they don't have to fly anywhere.
Okay.
He said he's taking a carry-on, just stuffing it full of Red Bull and taking it off the boat. I was like, all right, dude.
Hey.
I said, fuck yeah, let's rock.
You like Red Bull?
I do.
Let's have a Red Bull.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to WeNeedWrestling.
What up? Hi.
I'm DJ, that's Brett.
I was going to say, this is Brett and that's DJ.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Whoa.
I don't want to do that ever
Breaking
again.
protocol.
I don't want to take the lead. I'm not a lead man.
You are a fall down man, though.
I'm not a starter man. I'm a finisher man. I've been watching so many It's Always Sunny clips lately.
Yeah,
oh,
nice.
my God. It's just... The new season starts, next week or the week
I have
after?
no idea, but soon.
Soon. Be gone, vile man. Be gone from me. It's the fucking best show.
How are you, pal? I can tell by the sound of your voice and because you're sitting in front of me, that you survived the heat wave.
Barely, dude.
Barely.
Yeah, so I know, At Odds is the weather show, but they're not happening this week, so you'll get our weather talk from us.
That's right. No competition.
It's been hot. It's been hot as fuck.
Yes.
At my house.
I bet.
I sent a screenshot the other day and I posted it in our Discord, soon to be named Network Discord. Holler at us if you want in.
Or pay somebody money to get in.
Or just holler at us too. Yeah, I posted a screenshot. It was 99. Real feel at the time was 107.
Yeah.
So I live on a second floor and I have two air conditioners cranking and it was just taking the bite out of the air. Wasn't doing much. Because when it's that hot, what are you going to do?
Right.
If you don't have central air, I mean, honestly, what are you going to do?
Yeah, because it's still pulling that air from the outside.
Exactly.
So.
And it's just blistering fucking heat. And
was the
dude.
restaurant open those 3 days?
Yeah. Well, she doesn't open on Mondays, but
Okay.
she was open Tuesday, Wednesday. I was just like...
That kitchen is... Oh, boy.
Dude.
No way.
I could go on complaining about that, but we won't do that.
That's a different show.
Yeah, it was just... hey, this is way too fucking hot. Why am I
That's the thing. If it's hot up here in the mountain.
Yeah. I think it was it Tuesday night into Wednesday? I barely slept.
Yeah.
I woke up, my hair was just covered in sweat.
I made it, brother.
I almost went and shaved my head.
Yeah.
I was that pissed off. I hate the heat. Fuck summer.
Yeah.
I hate it. That's too much. That's too much.
It's 60 degrees out right now. So
this is more like it.
This is nice. I agree.
That shit sucks.
I like the summer because there's other stuff you can do, but I don't like to sweat. So
that's the problem. When it's that hot, you can't do anything.
Over 85 and I shut down. I'm done.
You literally can't do anything.
I can't do shit.
I walked outside of my house and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm choking to breathe because the air is so fucking thick with humidity.
And now it's going to rain all weekend because it's Pennsylvania.
Yeah, because of course it is.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I'm going to have to wait to cut my grass again. All right. How are you?
I'm good. Same.
All right. Good.
Same. I did a cool punk rock festival last weekend. Got to see some stuff there. That was fun. Got to see Slick Willie Seaman.
I got to cut my grass.
Yeah, I got to do that, but it ain't happening this weekend. Don't look like it.
I got to do that on Saturday. I filled up almost a contractor's bag worth of grass because it's been that long since it was able to be cut because of all the fucking rain.
Yes. But no, all good, man. I did 12-hour days outside at a punk rock festival. Got to see a couple cool bands.
Good. A lot of bad bands.
Read some bad bands. Got some people to register to vote. Did my duty to the people. Got to see some fun bands. Got to see the Vandals, who I love. They were very good. They were very funny. there was a man juggling in the mosh pit.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dave Quackenbush, actually, lead singer of the Vandals.
Well, that's quite the name.
It's a fake name. No, I don't know. Was like, after a song, was like, "Is there a man juggling in the pit?" And it was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I don't think I'm comfortable with that." So
that's not very punk rock, dude.
It's not. You gotta let jugglers be jugglers.
Yeah,
jugglers gonna juggle.
Yeah, you gotta be, go back on all the words that you say in your life too.
Oh boy. Well, you got any news you want to talk about, pal?
Yeah.
Okay. We're opening with this.
Yeah.
All right.
You can mark it down.
June
26, 2025. It's the day I officially gave up.
Wow.
I am done with Phil. The Felicias, I've called off the troops.
Wow.
We've all retreated. We're done. Yeah, fuck him. He's a bitch. He's in Saudi Arabia, and he's a bitch. He's a dickhead, and he's an asshole. And yeah, I don't know. You're a piece of shit, buddy.
I heard he murdered a child as soon as he got there.
Yeah, good optics, bro. Let's push a kid away who's just looking for an autograph while you're wearing a Bret Hart shirt.
That's his armor. He feels
that
if he can invoke the name of Bret Hart, it gives him some sort of shielding in some way.
And listen, we talked about it a couple weeks ago when it was announced he was going over there. The Phil, the Phil train on this show hasn't exactly been chugging along real great lately, anyway. But yeah, this was it. I'm done. See ya. I don't really have a scathing thing to say. Just like, nah, you're a dickhead, buddy. Like, you're done. You're just done. You're done. I'm done. I'm done with it. Done. Finished.
It's the definition of you're not mad, you're disappointed.
Yeah, maybe I could unmute that Friends of Phil channel now on the Discord. Maybe I'll go in and just be like, "Am I welcome here now? Is this show me the way, everyone?" No, I'm done with the dude.
Right.
It sucks. Been a fan of him for so many fucking years. But nah, I'm good. Done. Whatever. Moving on.
That's it.
Happens.
Yeah.
You're allowed to give up on things that you like.
Sure.
When companies are making decisions or people are making decisions, it's okay to take a step back.
Right.
You're allowed to do that as a human being.
Yeah.
You do not have to rationalize. You do not have to play jump rope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay to say, you know what? I'm good. It's okay.
Right.
And today, I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm done.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not mad. It's more like a fuck, that sucks. Mm-hmm. Like, you're a dickhead, dude. I mean, literally, this was the last, like, I've always known you're an asshole. This was like okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're there. Nah, I'm done.
We had the conversation over dinner about it, and like, it is what it is. It's, it's where everything was pointing. The storylines are weird. Like, Cena pushing him, like, I know, you want a shot at this title sacrifice, so blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But, like, and, like, I had to explain to somebody what blood money is this week, because somebody in the major group was like, he didn't say anything bad. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And, like, it's whatever. And we've discussed Phil and his doings for a very long time, and, even I wish that things went differently. I think he should have stayed in AEW. I think he would have been happier. He wouldn't have been in this situation. But clearly the man needs his wallet pumped up, so I hope he's getting that at least. But like, it does go against sort of everything he's ever said, and kind of going back to WWE was a little bit against everything, but it was like, all right, I get it. You're going to go back to wrestling, and
I understand.
You
didn't have a choice at that point.
It's crazy that he wheels down on Saudi, and then he does like. Just reject that kid. He didn't shove the kid.
No,
he just sort of,
people were
he put his arm out and like was like, "Hey, get out of here, kid."
Yeah.
Like, and like, I don't think that's also who he should be or was.
And here's the thing: like, you had a security guard with him,
right?
I don't care if you're running late.
Yeah,
I don't care if like you're not in the mood. Stop and take
it's
a
little
picture.
kid.
It's a kid.
Like said,
you stop and take the picture.
You're not in an airport. It's not a Funko Pop. One of those guys with the flattened Funko Pop boxes.
This kid has nothing to like financially gain from you. He just wants a picture with CM Punk.
Right.
I don't, like I said, I don't give a fuck if you're running late. You can run 5 minutes late.
It's very weird behavior for him to do that. And he just did an interview where he was like, I text Bret every day to, not you, Bret Hart. He's like, I text Bret Hart every week to make sure what I'm doing is okay, or about this match, or ask him why he did this and that. And I'm just like, you're going to text him here and be like, you see what I did to that kid?
Well, as I said over the weekend, yeah, he texts Bret Hart like Joe's nephew texts Randy Orton. That's not Bret Hart. That's you said that's Bruce Hart.
That's Bruce Hart. It's texting Bruce Hart.
That's why he's doing so many bad things. Yep. It's coming from Bruce Hart.
The Bruce
is loose.
Texting the ghost of Smith Hart is the problem.
Oh Jesus!
But he's texting. Oh, what the fuck was the demon's name?
Dale Torborg?
No,
Finn Balor.
In Ed's basement.
Oh, fucking. I was gonna say Nazmal Dune. That's not it.
Oh, I forget.
No, Beelzebub.
Nah, Ed's gonna yell at us, but that's all right.
Aphrodite.
Nope.
I don't fucking know,
fine.
man.
That
Hayabusa feels like a fever dream.
I know, right?
It was here and gone so fast.
Yeah, so fast. The world is lesser for it. But anyway.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday. Does he want that known publicly? Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, he put it out on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, so
happy birthday, Ed. Love you, buddy.
I told him, I said, Ed, it's so crazy how young you still are.
He's super young. It's crazy. He's going backwards even, it looks like.
Good for him.
But yeah, the Phil stuff, it is what it is. It's a fitting end to what we were waiting to see, would he or would he not, and not only did he, but he also shoved a child. Yeah. So...
Cool, Phil.
Yeah. And I think that's it. I don't think we need to get into it.
No, I really don't. I'm just like, nah.
That's how you do things. When things aren't worth your time, they're not worth your time.
Yeah. Like years ago on this show, and I said, hey, I'm not going to watch wrestling that I hate at this point.
Right.
Like, why am I hate watching people? Yes. I'm wasting my fucking time.
Correct.
I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I don't. Right. Like, I know, they've been fine, but, a couple of years ago, really, the Young Bucks were fucking intolerable.
Terrible.
I was like, I'm not watching anything they do because I get zero enjoyment out of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, listen, if I'm not with my nephews, I don't watch WWE at this point. I've come reserved that I don't have a Netflix subscription, nor do I want one.
Not till Stranger Things is back.
That's the only time. You couldn't fucking pay me to watch NXT.
No.
There's people there that I like. I don't give a fuck.
Can't do it. See how bad Ricky Starks took that Rochambeau?
I did.
On his fucking knees.
Boy, all that aura's gone. And the fucking vanilla ass Ethan Page too. SmackDown, again, I'm with my nephews.
Yeah.
I will watch.
Did you watch it this week?
We watched it this week.
Was that where Cena's pipe bomb was?
That was the Cena pipe bomb.
Did they get it?
No. No. Of course they didn't fucking get it. They're asking me about it at the end, and I'm like, I know what this is.
Brett, what's the Summer of Punk?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh God, a time that I wish I could relive again. No, dude. They didn't understand.
Okay.
They don't know references to people.
They didn't know who Nick Nemeth was?
Shockingly, they didn't.
I almost don't know.
Yeah, they didn't know Matt Cardona. They asked me, they go, who's Matt Cardona? I said, know. Piece of shit, don't worry about it.
Tell you when you're older.
They don't know these things, and it's very niche, and if you're an adult, it's like, whoa, but I don't know, man.
I think right there, the appropriate response to whatever WWE's doing is a Krusty the Clown laugh.
Yeah, essentially.
I think that's really appropriate.
I could do one. I'm not going to because I'll butcher it and I'll throw my throat out. Did you see that Troy McClure action figure?
I did. It's awesome.
I will buy that 100%.
I
wish they should have a fucking push button on it, though. Just I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. It was cute. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's crazy that was the go home for Saudi for them.
No, tomorrow. But they're in Saudi now.
Yeah.
But SmackDown's also in Saudi. And the Night of Champions on Saturday.
Oh, Okay.
So, yeah, and it's one of those where I'm just like, I'm not watching. I have never watched a Saudi show.
I'm good.
I'm good,
I'm good.
But hey, if you really want more in-depth WWE talk, go listen to Final Wrestling Place.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, they're,
That's what they cover.
That's the headquarters of WWE over there.
What I hear.
Yeah. Apparently that's what the people demand from them.
I do hope, I genuinely, I'm not taking the piss on anything, I genuinely do hope everyone gets home safe, because it is a concern.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens.
There's fucking bombs getting lodged left and right. They haven't,
seemingly in a couple days, at least here in America. The propaganda machine hasn't told us about it. But who knows? Because I think we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
We're having a visitor this week at some point. So, but
we're having a visitor.
Yeah, Netanyahu's coming here.
Oh, I was
so I'm going to assume there won't be any this weekend because he's not there. But who knows?
Whatever.
But whatever. That's not what that's not what this show is. What this show is, and I'm really happy to announce.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Listen, piece of shit. Great line.
Yeah.
It was a great line. It got so much use.
For sure.
It got so much use on Twitter.
Yeah.
I almost sent you the one. It was him saying that, and it was like Giants fans when they let go of Saquon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was like, oh, no.
I agree with that. But anyway.
Yeah? No, you don't.
I don't.
Okay.
So, I think Saquon, obviously, the Giants would be better with him.
Yeah, I mean.
But without him, they couldn't afford to get anybody they brought in to try and make the team better this year. And by that, I mean Russell Wilson. First
name Russell, last name Wilson.
I'm not saying Russell Wilson's washed, nor am I going to deny saying that Russell Wilson's washed.
Even though you recorded.
Even though it's recorded that I said Russell Wilson is washed.
Just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah.
All right, good.
It's better for all parties that Saquon left, is how I truly believe. So
great for this party over here, 100%.
Baby. Giants with him did one season over 6 wins.
Yeah.
So it's better for everybody. Good for Saquon. I'm so happy for him he got out of there, because they were never going to make a team for him. But anyway, you're delaying my announcement of that the SiriusXM.
We've been canceled.
SiriusXM is launching the first ever
24/7
pro wrestling audio channel.
New. Are we featured on there?
We are. We have
the 3 a.m. time slot.
The 3 a.m. time
every other Friday. All right.
Every other Friday, 3 a.m.
Nice.
to 3:05 a.m.
Oh, all right.
We're going to be on SiriusXM.
I'll collect my 25-cent royalty check that I'll get from Sirius.
Yeah. We're bringing in a new producer.
Oh my!
Who's Baba Buhai?
Fuhai
is going to be here. He's going to be producing, making sure he's going to be working the ones and twos, making sure we're doing okay.
I wish.
Yeah. Music by Richard Christie, and our new on the beat reporter Elliot Offen. He's not banned from this studio. You hear that, Elliot?
You don't want to put that out into the ether, sir.
There's no place for him to run around.
Yeah, okay. One night when you look out in your driveway, turn the lights on, he's standing there. You're gonna fucking shit your pants and realize, oh shit, the elegant one's here.
The elegant one's here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Laugh now.
Right.
Laugh now. Cry later. Okay.
I go to take a shower, and just tells a little bit too much. He's staring in the window.
Yeah.
There's a window in my shower. So I can show people my wiener.
Do you really want to do that?
No, that's why it's high up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Level, so you can't see my wiener.
Yeah. They have a 24/7 wrestling thing
So
now.
it used to be like UFC shit?
Yeah, they're just straight up getting rid of all the MMA coverage.
Is MMA down that bad?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
John Jones retired.
I saw instead of fighting Aspinall.
Yeah, retired, and then 2 hours later, it came out back in February. He had another drunken altercation in New Mexico.
Oh,
with a police officer and a woman.
Right, of course he did.
Somebody went, the timing on that's real.
Didn't he also say that he wants to do super fights though?
Yeah,
or something.
Aspinall's the only. There was none left.
Right, there's nothing.
Whatever. I'm a very realistic. Like John Jones is probably the best MMA fighter of all time.
Okay,
but just shit human.
Yeah.
But goddamn was he a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, though they got rid I forget who it was. I saw one of the guys was like, I've been doing this for 8 years on Fight Nation. Found out today it's done, and they're completely
getting replaced for Sam Roberts and Pete Rosenberg.
They're getting completely replaced. No MMA coverage on Sirius anymore.
That's crazy, but
MMA's
they're playing with a hot hand here. They want to get
I mean wrestling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wrestling's definitely on the way up. Where MMA is very bland right now.
Yeah.
There's no stars. There's no must-see fighters at this point.
Andre Arlovsky went to bare knuckle, brother. And he's winning fights.
Motherfucking Pitbull.
That's
all right.
right.
There's a difference there. Okay.
That's right. It's different. He's from a different era.
You can't. Aspinall's the only heavyweight.
Yeah.
I was texting my buddy about it the other day. And
Derek Lewis.
He's fucking old.
Is he?
He doesn't have much left.
Nah, they're just letting him punch out jobbers.
Essentially, yeah. But there's no real must see at this point, and I've said that's been that long-standing problem for the UFC.
Yeah,
is a star making problem.
Right,
it just is. Used to turn on a card and be like, shit, there's 6 guys I want to see on this.
Yeah.
Now it's just
used to be worth going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
sitting there for 6 hours.
That used to be a lot of fun, though. It was fun and just hanging out.
You get there early to get a good seat. Eat a shit ton of wings.
Yeah, just
poop.
Fuck yeah.
And then go watch
hang
UFC.
out.
Yeah.
It was a blast. But
order Mountain Dews all night.
Fuck yeah, dude. I was invited to go there on Saturday night. I was like, I don't know who's fighting.
Saturday night.
I think Charles Oliveira is fighting. You don't know who that is.
I have no idea.
Exactly. So, I don't know where the fuck we were that this happened. Oh,
at Sirius XM.
Oh yeah, I don't
Sam
care.
Roberts.
Fuck off. I don't have a subscription.
Pete Rosenberg.
Listen, I haven't paid for a Sirius subscription in fucking years. Okay, They don't care about the price coming in on a subscription. It's all about the advertisers. They sell the number of subscribers to advertisers to get the ad revenue. That's the way that works.
So but Busted Open also puts their shit out on YouTube and stuff, right? Sirius doesn't have a handle on that?
Not all the time.
No,
they don't put full shows out.
Oh, really?
I think the last hot stuff full show I saw from them that popped up was the Sabu tribute show, which is great. Good shit. That was a very good episode. I think they just clip stuff for socials.
They only clip it when the Greg is on his knees having an aneurysm?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Bully Ray lies again. I like that they're having the morning show and then also the night show, so Bully can't do anything. He just has to sit around his house all day. He's like, I got to be back by 7 o'clock. I got Busted Open to do every night.
I even saw they had that Denise Salcedo. They tagged her for TNA Impact After Dark. I'm like, who the fuck's going to listen to that? You might listen to it because TNA's a fever dream, so.
It is. It certainly is. Day one subscriber. But, we can get it. Why isn't Sirius talking to us? We should, Sentai Sleaze Ranger could be on it once a week.
Listen, you want some real shit?
You want to talk the real? You want the sickos?
And I did wonder, I was like, okay, how much outside WWE?
Zero.
AEW.
There's not even going to be AEW, really.
TNA. How much are you going to do any international stuff? Probably not.
Nah.
Which sucks because the market's there.
Yeah.
If you really want it, it's there.
There's not even going to be a dedicated AEW show. Most of them are WWE shows.
Yeah,
so
I don't know if they do an AEW After Dark because there's certain shows they do just live reactions right immediately. I think they would do maybe it's only Raw and NXT. I think.
Yeah.
Which again, who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
Whatever. I'm not listening. So
nope.
Whatever.
But it's there.
Yeah.
3 o'clock a.m. to 3:05. Listen for us.
Every other Friday.
That is every other Friday. It is pretty much dominating all the news cycles.
You know what, dude? People are excited about it. Cool, I guess. It's a win for pro wrestling if you're into the things that these talking heads say, I guess. But I don't know, man. I'll be doing other shit and listening to cooler things.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much the entirety of the news.
Yeah.
Just on that.
Dude, I was looking for shit to listen to this week. I started listening to old Brucey shows.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I listened to one on Rick Rude. That is one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
All right, we'll get into shit that...
Yeah, let's go.
Well, so we'll talk about it here because we did it.
Okay.
On Sunday...
Oh, yeah, we did.
So late Saturday night, I got a text message.
Yeah, you did.
Saying, you still going to see McFoley tomorrow? I said, yeah. And you said, well, I am too.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck yeah, I'm stoked. So Sunday morning, we went to beautiful Lafayette, New Jersey, and we met Mick Foley.
Yeah.
And...
Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
Fucking awesome. So happy that we went.
Fantastic time. Yeah.
Had a great time. Yeah. You, me, Joe and Adam. Fun day trip.
Yep.
We got to eat White Castle afterwards, which is always a treat. But yeah, Mick is the man.
Yeah.
I won't tell Joe's story for him, even though they're not doing a show this week.
That's fine.
I'll let Joe hold on to that and let him tell his story. We got to live it, which is fucking amazing.
It was incredibly special.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think you're like overselling either. It was fucking awesome.
I genuinely believe, I'm not just blowing smoke up his ass. Joe knows I love him.
Yeah.
We've been friends a long, long time. But that was a special moment.
I agree.
And I was so glad to be there for that. Yeah. And I said it on, Mick was great. Mick was awesome. I got what I wanted signed. I got to get my little shot in after Joe's thing.
Mick was
rolling. We were rocking and rolling. But Mick was fantastic.
Yeah, Mick was fucking awesome.
And, how important that was to Joe was really cool. Mick made it all that much more special. So, I said this, and I've been telling people, I've said it on Discord, whatever, but, I didn't know I was going to go. I was working this festival. I was there from, we'd leave the house around 9:30, and then we'd come home. We'd be home around 11:30 every night.
Yeah.
And I'm working, and we're on our feet, and we're talking to people, and I was watching bands, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a ticket or anything. And then I decided everything was going really well. There were no problems. I'm going to go. I'm going to tough it out because I want to meet Mick and whatever. But I could have done, if I don't have a Mick autograph figure, whatever. Although he did say he's coming back to Pandora at some point. If I didn't have my photo with Mick, whatever.
I might go again.
I might go again too.
Honestly.
But the fact that I got to watch him and Joe.
Yep, that was...
made my... I'm still... I am riding high on that. It has nothing to do with me.
It was incredible, yeah. It was just great moment for one of the best dudes that I know.
And the fact that
fucking awesome.
We're taking pictures and then the place took
a picture. Man.
It just... let him tell it, but special moment. If you're going to meet and greet everybody, what I will tell you is talk about something that they don't get asked about a lot.
And even Mick said it.
Yeah, right.
After him and Joe's conversation, he looked at his assistant. He's like, this is the stuff I really like,
right. And he was like, you know how many times I talk about Hell in a Cell as I was holding the Hell in a Cell action figure.
Oh, dude, it was so fucking funny.
Went, well.
Yeah, you go, well.
And I gave it to him. It was great.
It was so funny.
And I had my little moment. Yeah. Got the picture with him.
Yep.
Talked Terry Funk briefly.
Yep.
But Mick was awesome. He was there for 3.5 hours. He ended up saying, Adam got his re-up, got the thing signed, and also on my recommendation, if you're going to get anything signed by Mick, get something Dude Love signed.
Yeah, 100%.
He goes all out for that fucking signature. But when I was thinking about it, because I'm like, it was such a cool moment, and I was like, it was very similar, but even better than when we met Jake.
I agree, yeah.
When we met Jake, that was super cool.
That was awesome as fuck.
Jake's one of my favorite meet and greets ever because he was just so cool.
Yeah.
And talked to us about shit.
Yeah.
And the one thing is I realized, and if I meet Mick again, I'm going to talk to him about this. I said, what I should have asked him about was getting wrestling banned from the CYC in Scranton.
Oh, yeah.
It's his fucking fault. I know he's written about it in his book and stuff, but I'm from here.
Sure,
I remember when it happened.
Yeah, of course.
So, that's if we ever meet again, that's what I'm going to bring up. But the Jake stuff, when we met Jake those couple of years ago, he was the coolest.
Yeah. Took
his time, has the great signature, told us stories, took the 2 photos. Mick, Jake was amazing. Mick was everything you want him to be. And that was super fucking cool.
Yeah. So, for all the English speaking wrestlers I've met, Jake was that was a special one. Again, Mick was cool. We got to talk about Bret Hart, which made me very happy. It was watching the Joe.
It was incredible. So listen to add-ons next week. Now you're not a show this week.
Yeah.
But listen next week and he'll tell that story there.
Joe, I hope you're sleeping right now. I hope you're cooled down a little bit, buddy. And I hope it's
But it was such a good trip.
I agree, man. I had so much fucking fun.
Shout out to everybody, you and the both of them.
God, yeah,
what a good time. Thank you for driving and all that.
Of course, yeah.
Picking up the slack last minute.
Hey, man, great time with everybody.
Really, really killer time. And it's a great story. Just didn't walk away with anything. But
oh yeah, I'll save it for weekly.
Yeah, but they facilitate. Oh yeah, you did. But they facilitate that kind of stuff, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
Tara Reid's there on Saturday.
Cool. If there's ever like people there that are worth visiting and or meeting and like the price is right, I'll go, man.
Yeah, for
Less than 2 hours. Like it's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. And again, great store.
Yeah, it was awesome. Really good time.
All right, I guess we'll get into wrestling we watched.
Yeah,
right?
let's do it.
So
that's what we're here for.
There's a double up collision.
Dip, 2 collisions.
So I'm gonna have to remember I don't have to watch anything Saturday.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good feeling.
So let's see from the last collision, which
Yes.
I feel like is fucking ages ago at this point.
It was also like the first time it was on a Saturday in forever.
Yeah.
Again, and now it's back off.
Yeah. I thought John Mox and AR Fox, I thought that was dope.
I liked it.
Yeah, like Mox gave him a ton, and Joe said to us, he's like, "Wait till you watch it." Mox gives him a ton. I like AR Fox.
I do. I see a lot in the Discord, outside of the Discord, and I'm guilty of saying it too. Well, I know who's going to win this one.
Yeah,
and I get it, but like
some matches are
kind of how wrestling has worked forever, particularly with champions.
Yeah, there's no toss up here,
right? But then you're just enjoying it for how do I say that? How do I say the art of pro wrestling without sounding pretentious as fuck?
Boom, boom, Cole Cabana, yes. Boom, boom.
But like you just watch it for the wrestling. Like AR Fox is a talented fucking dude.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
He'd be in a better position again if he fucked that shit up at the Derby run
2 years ago. At this
insane,
point? Fucked it up, man.
But clearly they trust him. You can get good matches. He looks good. The crowd reacts to him, and Mox gives them. They have a little fun. Like Mox lets them have fun, gives them a bunch.
Yeah.
And then he eradicates them, and then he won't let go of the hold at the end.
I've noticed Mox gives guys a ton that were in Lucha Underground. He loved Lucha Underground.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's like I love that story when in that story he's like, "Are you kill shot?"
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
So we get Mil Muertes on the horn here.
Yeah. The men's all-star tag I thought was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I can't remember who was even in it. Was it Mark Briscoe in it?
So we got the you're talking Cal's family one?
Is that it?
Or yeah, so we got a little bit. So we got
you might have to lead the fucking
that's fine.
Yeah, because this is a long time ago.
Moxley cuts a promo and says he's sick of Hanger's crybaby crap.
Yeah.
Then we got the Arena Mexico hype video. Then we get the Cole Roddy Bandito Daniel Garcia promo where they say TNT champion of the world. Cole says that. I thought that was weird. Then we're into Take, Fletcher, and FTR.
Yeah, okay, yeah, this was the all-star tag I was
versus
talking about.
Cole, Roddy, Bandito, and Garcia.
Because this is how it was pitched, was the men's all-star tag.
Yes.
There's 2 all-star tags.
The heels win, which I felt was a bummer in this match. But Bandito is like so much fun to watch.
I said 2019 Bandito's back.
Yeah. Looking good. Hopefully the elbow, wrist, whatever stays strong.
More about him later.
Because they're doing a lot of cool shit with him for sure.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're going to get good stuff out of Take and Fletcher.
Yeah.
That's when we get the Outrunners make the save afterwards because
that's right. They run off FTR, and FTR looks very confused by
That's going to build. We get the announcement of the women's 8-woman thing where it is shown that Athena is leading a team, and I'm so happy about that.
Damn right.
She needs to be on regular TV. We get a Mercedes promo, and then we get Swerve versus Shane Taylor.
Oh yeah, didn't give a fuck about the match, but Tony Schiavone betting
Dude is the best.
with Nana and the infantry was one of the best things I've seen.
Tony walking up from the commentary table, digging in his pocket, just slapping bills down on the apron.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
And apparently they threw the money out to the crowd afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That was awesome. Do that little shit with Schiavone because it's fun and he likes it.
Dude, they were betting and drinking Hennessy, and I was just listening. I was feeling right, okay?
Right. It works.
Yeah.
We get the Tony Storm promo where she says, I'm not some other motherfucker.
That was fucking awesome. She still is like the most entertaining
100%
wrestler I love her so much.
She is probably their most complete
act. I'm not some other motherfucker.
Have you ever seen the Tom Segura bit about the origins of the word motherfucker?
No.
I'm going to play that for you. Write it down.
Okay.
I forgot to ask you last week about all the shit I was supposed to ask you about, but I should actually write shit down. But anyway, that leads to the 6-person tag.
Oh, yeah, because it's official that Hologram's in the conglomeration now.
Hologram's in the conglomeration.
Okay.
So, Hologram, Willow, and Mark Briscoe, a dynamite team.
What a wild team.
Versus MXM, who listen, you guys are scoring tons of points. I love you. Everybody should love you. Can't wait for you to be in DDT.
Yeah.
And Taya Valkyrie, unfortunately.
I did like their promo beforehand where, was it Mason? Mm-hmm. Where he says, "Oh, Johnny, we're going to tag team with your wife tonight."
Yeah.
I was like, I like you, buddy.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Willow should be in bigger stuff, but I get it. They're floating her all around. I want her involved in the top tier stuff, and she usually is, but whatever. But that thing with Mason Madden, whatever, online about if you're not 6'3", you're an ant. And then somebody posted the picture of him and Orange Cassidy, and he was like, "Orange Cassidy's 6'8". I'm a Nephilim or whatever."
Yeah.
Hilarious shit. That's how you win. That's how you win fans.
And then I saw somebody was just like, "Nice pull."
Yeah.
You know.
So
we're shoot trash now, huh?
Yep. Guess so.
Is this after that? Is this where Statlander runs into Mox backstage?
Yeah.
I love this.
So
this was so.
It's
good.
another one of Yuta trying to recruit Stat.
Because Stat's talking shit into the microphone about somebody.
Right.
And then Yuta is like,
she shoves him.
Yeah.
And then Mox is there.
When she turns around, she bumps into Mox and she drops her phone.
Right.
And Mox is like, "Don't you ever let anybody tell you who you aren't."
Yeah.
I was like,
who you are or what you're worth.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And because she sold it so good, she was like petrified, you know? And he just hands her the phone.
Yep.
It's like, yo,
they're putting the full court press on Stat.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I don't know what way it'll go. I don't think
I don't know. We'll talk more because more shit happens later.
Okay.
Involving them. So.
And then we got Cal's family where they announce Okada as the new member.
Official member. Poor Hechicero.
So Cal is like running through Japanese legends names, and I'm like, what's going on?
I heard Muto get announced.
Yeah, what's this about?
Son of a bitch.
He says that Kenny doesn't have a friend left. That's when Briscoe interrupts and says Kenny does have a friend.
He goes, "I'm his friend."
Yeah, I'm his friend, and he does have another friend, and we get the somewhat breaking news at the time, world breaking announcement to reveal that Ibushi is back in AEW.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star, comes out. Looks good.
He takes out Josh Alexander, squares off with Okada.
Yeah, drops Okada.
So
looks good.
Yeah, he looks. I'm cautiously optimistic.
More on that later.
So yeah, because I'm worried the magic is gone.
More on that
but
later.
He looks good.
We'll
see what happens. Okay. Workhorseman, for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, that was... So, okay, that's even more fucking confusing now.
Because then they're not in the match that happened tonight?
No. So, Workhorseman get laid the fuck out by Bill and Brian Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pretty heel shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What were Bill and Keith doing tonight?
I don't know.
Playing babyface versus Christian and Nick Wayne. That's what I said to you. I'm like, what are we doing?
I like Bill. Keith is whatever. I'm glad that Chris Jericho isn't on TV right now.
Don't even say that name.
But Big Bill...
Say that name and he appears.
He does. Big Bill needs to be on his own, just crushing fools.
Agreed.
And I mean that.
Yep. Main event? Women's All-Star tag?
Let's see... Oh, Christian asked Bill if he fell off the wagon. Is that the bottle talking?
Yeah, that was a good one. Good on Christian. What a savage.
We also get a Bowens and Billy argument, but then what we just watched in Collision, I'm jumping all over the place, but whatever. Bowens did the promo by himself without Billy, so are they done? Very confusing. Undercard's a bit of a mess.
Boy, I don't even want to say they bungled it. I just don't think... I think some people got... distracted by shiny new toy.
I think, we all see a lot of potential in Bowens, but I just don't think it's refined enough to work right now.
Nope.
And then Ricochet comes out to watch Jetball versus the Gates of Agony.
Yeah, I didn't even watch that.
Oh, you didn't? Nah. It was fun. There is a point where Bayley tries to jump out of the ring and the Samoan Gates of Agony guy bats him down to the ground.
Bump I saw from that was
really cool.
But other than that...
I like it because... Jetball, whatever, the Jet Speed, is that what they call them?
Jet Speed, yeah.
They're like being built better than so much of the roster. Like,
they're
making them feel important. They're involving them in things. They're fighting. They're having good tag matches with everybody.
Like Kevin Knight being gone for a month didn't hurt.
No, not at all. It's cool. It's good to see that. I do like them, and they are making this tag division more interesting. Whether or not they beat Hurt Syndicate, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I can make an argument one way or the other. And the main event is the Women's All-Star match. Thunder Rosa, Queen Amanada, Anna Jay Mello versus Athena, Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, and Tekla, Spider-Woman.
Miss Tekla.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Amanada and Tekla putting in the work for most of this match.
Yeah.
Continuing their, because she was all week, she was like, you'll never know what actually fucking happened, you dorks.
Yeah.
Clearly, everything's fine, everybody.
Yeah.
But they got a little bit of a rivalry going there, so that's kind of cool. But it was fine.
It was fine.
Red Velvet shows up. I'm confused. Billy Starks is there to
definitely
distract.
a Ring of Honor thing, I guess. Yeah. But
it is what it is. It was fun, but it's a Collision main event. They don't. I still hate to say this. They don't necessarily matter. Collision is still very weird and identityless. Like, they're still good shows. It's still a fun show.
It's fun, but there's just
Dynamites have been really, really good.
Collision don't expect much
no
story progression, I guess you could say.
They are less better framed WCW Saturday nights.
Although the main event's from tonight.
It has good wrestling, but you're not continuing it. It's just here's some guys, let's watch them wrestle. I think there's a bunch of ways that you could frame the collisions for Saturdays. It's definitely it's no longer like a 2-hour Rampage like they were for a long time.
Sure.
It's definitely better than what we were getting on Rampage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still, they're not must watch, and it's that thing we always talk about is how do you get them to be must watch? You put good stuff on there, people are going to say, well, I didn't see it because it was on Collision, but it's like, well, but how can we make Collision better if we're not going to watch the good stuff on it?
Yeah.
So it's really hard to do. Collision is still suffering from it being Phil's show and Phil not being there, and I don't know.
Here's the thing, though. Phil's been gone for how long?
Right. No, it's absolutely AEW's fault.
You can't.
Yeah, right.
Fucking Phil. God,
they should have done better, and they just haven't figured out the identity of that show, aside from the main events of Collision would be mid-card on Dynamite. And that's fine. That's what B shows are for. You just gotta figure something out.
I agree.
Because these 6-hour recording sessions on a Wednesday ain't going to be the fucking answer either.
Sure ain't. That's the truth.
All right. Speaking of
Dynamite
from yesterday,
yes, I like the show. Started with Mercedes jumping Tony Storm,
killing Tony,
getting a lick back on her a little bit from Tony.
Not kill Tony, fuck that, but killing
Tony embarrassing Mercedes in Mexico last week.
Yes,
she beat the shit out of her. Mm-hmm. And she's like, let the games begin. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Oh, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I did have another piece of thing that I wanted to read, and this just reminded me.
Oh, boy.
Who said this, Brett?
Uh-huh.
I came to America, and that was amazing. I never really thought I'd be in WWE. I didn't know. I don't know if it felt not good enough or there were different plans for me because wrestling is amazing and there are so many different experiences and things you can do, which is so great. I felt a little dejected at the end of last year.
When you were the world champion.
And I didn't know it was an option for me. I started training again. I started training at Flatbacks and training in Atlanta, and I feel I fell in love with wrestling again. I felt like I was back in the game and I wanted to do so much more. I spoke to my manager and people around me and they were like, I believe in you. This is from her vlog where she says she was dejected because she didn't think WWE was an option. She's dejected after being the top program, having arguably the match of the year on television with the fucking Hollywood ending, in the best program in the women's division with the best wrestler, holding that title for months and months.
They've
and months.
already got their fucking hooks in. Yeah, good.
But there's
God bless you. Have a good career. I'm good.
Right, absolutely. There, you'll be showing your beehole on national TV before you know it.
Wow.
So there's a thing in there that really sort of helped me get across how I feel about modern wrestlers. When she says, I spoke to my manager. Mm-hmm. So she was feeling bad, and she was like, she spoke to her representation.
Yeah.
And to me, that signals a thing that everybody sort of skirts right around, is that and she likes wrestling. I'm not saying she doesn't like wrestling. She doesn't want to be a wrestler. But people, for whatever reason, are trying to use wrestling as a springboard in the other entertainment now. Not just AEW to WWE, but like having representation, which is I spoke to my manager. She means her talent manager. She means, and I'm just like, I don't know how comfortable I am with wrestlers having talent managers doing that shit for them.
I mean, I know a lot of them have agents, right? Like that Barry Bloom, he's a big agent for a lot of guys.
And you're dealing with multi-million-dollar contracts and all that.
Absolutely are.
But like maybe it's just the particular way that she went about it, where she very clearly to me hustled AEW.
Yeah, which
is fine.
She always wanted to go to WWE. Right. There was no interest there in the meantime, so she goes to AEW.
And that's fine. I say it all the time. Wrestlers should be jumping back and forth. That's how you get better. That's how you get more money. But the fact that she was like, she's sort of trying to play it, and whether it's the company line or not, of that she was unfulfilled in AEW, it's like, what else did you want from them? You were given everything.
I agree.
And I've said this about her on the show. We've said this about her on the show. Like, you ain't finding a Toni Storm anywhere in WWE right now. You're not going to get that.
No, you can't.
If you put you on the main roster, you're fourth blonde lady down, right? Like, and I wish her the best. I'm not trying to, anything bad about her. I like her, but this online praise / groveling for the machine that is WWE is so fucking weird to me. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't imagine even going back to I don't want to be like, I can't imagine Harley Race doing this. Like, I can't imagine somebody like The Undertaker getting an offer and going, well, let me talk to my agent first. It's just so weird to me.
It's weird.
It's just like wrestling, at least WWE really has they really do sort of view themselves as solely entertainment. And a lot of wrestlers view themselves that way too, as entertainers before they're wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and the people that like that, there's a home for you in WWE, and I will never see another thing you do.
The hit rate of people moving on from wrestling and hitting it big in Hollywood isn't exactly...
Not great.
Isn't exactly,
It's not great.
Yeah, you got, Rock, Cena, Batista.
Right.
Austin, he didn't really hit it.
Nope. Right. Austin did some good movies.
He hit other things.
He did. But even Cena took a little while. Cena was just doing bit parts and whatever. Batista lucked into being in a Marvel movie that nobody thought was going to work.
Sasha got a Star Wars.
That's true.
Yep.
Max is in Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah, but
I know.
We're really seeing
I just see that and I'm just like, oh man, something about that really irks me. You're not actors, you're wrestlers, and I want you to be wrestlers. And I know that's not their goal anymore, and that's not who they want to be.
Are you trying to fucking pigeonhole them?
I am. Yeah, I want my wrestlers to be wrestlers.
I did see the thing where Cena said, he goes, I love wrestling. If I could do wrestling forever, I would do wrestling.
Yeah.
And he says I don't care if this gets me in trouble with Hollywood and I never have another movie again. I don't care.
Yeah.
He goes, there's nothing like wrestling compared to acting.
Good. And that's how you should feel.
Yeah. But he's like, my body is breaking down.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, dude, you're an old man now.
Well, and that's the thing too. I completely understand finding a career post wrestling to do something acting or whatever. That makes a ton of sense, right? But actively being in wrestling to try and because Jade did it too. Jade was like, I'm going to jump to WWE because it's a pipeline to movies. Yeah. And I'm like, it's a pipeline to movies where Vince wanted Kane to have a 12-foot cock.
A movie's a movie,
right?
Okay?
Well, all right. Then I have some pitches for Jade and some other people, but but it just irks me. I know it's a little pet peeve thing of mine. But whatever. But again, but with that attitude, you're fit right in. So have fun over there.
I agree.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good,
Mercedes
man.
killed Tony.
Yeah, and then the Young Bucks pop up on the screen.
Yes.
They talk about Swerve and Ospreay supposed to have a match in the second hour. They go, nah, never mind. You're gonna have it right now.
Yeah.
So I did like the bit of Ospreay running out.
I loved it, yeah.
Throwing his tape on still.
Yes.
That was very good.
It was really cool. When they were doing it, I was like, oh, I hope they pull a Roddy and just wrestle in their street clothes.
Yeah.
But I get it. The show has started. You're going to be in your gear.
Sure.
So I like all that. I like that Nana came out drinking his coffee still.
Yeah. So it's Ospreay and Swerve against the Vanilla Baby Blake Christian and big shoddy Lee.
Right.
Johnson.
And the only problem, I like the Bucks saying, it's now, get out there, you're not ready. But like, both of these dudes could be in straight jackets and they'd beat these guys.
See, I don't mind it as much. I think like they still kind of squashed over them, but it was still like, fuck, we're not prepared.
Yeah,
you know, we didn't get to warm up. You know, so I thought it was fine. And then afterwards, the Bucks come out. They get challenged by Swerve and Ospreay for All In, and the EVP title's on the line.
Yes,
and then Swerve jumps off the top rope and Swerve stomps somebody.
Security
dude, he looks so fucking awesome. I love him so much.
Yeah.
After that, the Bucks agree to the match, and they say, Swerve, you're banned from the building the rest of the night. So.
They, like, and I know we just talked about a collision that, like, we're like, hey, it's a little here and there, and then we're going to talk about another collision that's a little here and there, a little there, a little more there than it was here, but they do kind of have an embarrassment of riches at the top.
They sure do.
Which is kind of the opposite of WWE right now.
Yeah.
WWE is seemingly like...
Old men
and like
old geezers.
Somebody called Seth Rollins the future of professional wrestling this week, and that term,
you're like, he's 30.
That term has not been used that incorrectly since Frankie Kazarian was called it 15 years ago.
Oh, listen now. You're talking about WWE Velocity star Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah, sorry. The Elite Hunter Frankie Kazarian.
You guessed it.
You guessed it. The Elite Hunter Frankie Kazarian was considered the future of professional wrestling when he was also in his mid-30s. But yeah, like, you know, AEW is like we have literally 5 people that could win the title, maybe more. You know, and people wouldn't complain about it.
Yeah,
and WWE's like, who do we got?
I forget what pay-per-view
Goldberg?
it was. Cool. Oh, God. I think it was after Revolution earlier this year, and I gave, like, there's 8 guys where I go, that'd be my rotating guys in the main event. You can put the belt on any of them.
Yes.
And it still feel that way.
I agree.
So, Kota Ibushi making his return here against Trent.
Yes.
So, listen. Kota Ibushi is 43 years old.
Right.
Coming off of busting his fucking ankles.
Yes.
Being fat.
Having a mental breakdown of some sort.
Yeah, having a casual mentee B.
He's definitely a flat earther, right? Like, he's not going to say it publicly because we wouldn't understand him because he's speaking in Japanese anyway.
Wow.
But he's definitely a flat earther. He seems like it.
Dude, I don't know.
He seems like it.
But listen, like...
He looked good.
Mike...
He looked
good.
He looked good.
What did you expect? He's 43 years old.
Particularly compared to how he was when he tried to come back the last time.
And he was fat.
He looked good.
Yeah.
I'm cautious.
Yeah, like, I don't think he's going to go out there and put on fucking 5 stars anymore.
Yeah,
like, it's not in him, but...
like, I don't...
It's enjoyable enough. Him Okada this week on Dynamite's going to be something.
I'm not like, oh my God, Ibushi's back. I'm so excited. I'm like... Oh, Bushi's back. I hope he does cool stuff and doesn't hurt himself.
Yeah, I'm like, it's cool that he adds an aspect to the story here, which is fine. Yes. But yeah, he beats Trent. They had dropped each other on their necks a bunch, which was fun. So yeah, Ibushi's back. Yes. I'm fine with that. But it's him versus Okada next week, which is kind of fucking wild.
We'll see what's happening there. We'll see how he looks there.
They haven't had a match since Ibushi blew his fucking shoulder out that G1 final years ago. So that leads us to our first question.
Oh, geez, you gotta play a song?
You sure do, and you have to play that song for Tim Taylor.
All right, I've been thinking about this all week. And last week on the show, I know I already apologized, but I just wanted to say it again. As we chat a bunch throughout the week, and you know, we're always text messaging, and we're talking about things, and he does a lot for the show. So I just wanted to say I am sorry for my remarks last week, David Kincannon, and I just didn't mean to bash your song. That wasn't my intention. I just want you, David Kincannon, to know that I'm very sorry about the words that I said derogatory about you and your music last week on the show.
Tim?
And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
What do you want, Tim?
All right, so Tim says, question of the week. Love you, boys. This week saw the in-ring return of Kota Ibushi, and I gotta say, he didn't look horrible versus Trent. So it made me think, what wrestler from, say, the last 10 years who kind of fell off a cliff would you want to see rejuvenate themselves to give us one last good run? My answer would be Abyss. Give me like a solid 3-month run of him just smashing fools with black hole slams. Have a great rest of the show. Boy, so like the last 10 years, somebody that kind of fell off. That's a good question. You can't say Sting because his run was amazing to end his career.
Yeah.
Kenny still got it.
If I could give my knees to Tanahashi to make his retirement run better, I would.
That's a good answer. Tanahashi.
Like, I legit, if you came to me and were like, listen, you're the only match on the planet.
Did you say give your knees to Tanahashi to make the run better?
Yeah.
You don't think that's just an even trade?
No, my knees are slightly better than Tanahashi's.
Okay.
My knees suck, but they are a little bit better.
You don't have to oil them up.
I don't got to
get out of bed.
Yeah. It depends on the weather. Like,
true, yeah.
His knees will be shot during certain weather times, but otherwise they'll be fine. Now he's just a complete wash.
He's a mess. He's always wrestling Tiger Mask. July 7th.
Okay.
That's going to be something.
So I have Tanahashi. I would to let his run like go out. That'd be cool.
I have my answer.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not. I don't know if it's so much he's lost it, but he's lost the drive.
Okay.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's who I would say.
I have one that's odd because I'm not even like that big of a fan of the dude necessarily, but with the way AEW has been bringing in the lucha talent and using so much more of CMLL and having like high flyers and all that, if I could get prime Jack Evans, not AEW Jack Evans, but like prime Jack Evans.
He was at the shows this week.
That's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
Because I thought he looked good. He looked healthy.
Yeah,
like,
he looked real good.
To get him back in the ring, like Jack Evans wrestling Mystico or Mascara Dorada.
It'd be just nothing but fun.
Right. You would have a lot of fun.
I agree with that.
And that's a dude who had his run in AEW and it, went the way it went. It wasn't bad or anything. It just, age comes up with you when you're doing that kind of shit. So, like, if I could get a cool flippy Jack Evans in there with some of these lucha guys now, I think that'd be really cool.
That's a good answer. I like that answer. All right, so you're going Jack Evans. I'm going Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
All right, good.
But the world agrees that it should be Tanahashi deserves better than what his knees are giving him.
He really does, man. Oh,
and his teeth giving. The man should also be able to eat an apple in peace.
Keep that man away from apples.
No apples.
Okay? That was heartbreaking.
That was so poor Tana.
Because you could tell when his teeth are. He looks like a crackhead. All right, so
Yes.
Jet Ball
versus
AR Fox and Ricochet. Because earlier the night, Ricochet's looking for a tag team partner. He asks AR Fox. AR Fox, he puts his hands up and Ricochet slaps his hands. Like, all right, great. Thanks for being my partner.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricochet's the best still.
I never suspected Ricochet to sustain this run like he has.
It's unbelievable. It's like just a complete career revitalization.
He came in and I was like, oh yeah, Ricochet, whatever. And I was like, I think I've seen what he can do, but whatever. And then he gets this heel thing. I'm like, this is fucking great. And then he does scissors thing. I'm like, this is awesome. And he's doing the ball thing. He's doing all this other shit. I'm like, this is really cool. But like the fact that he is he's still staying over. Like this is like third program for him as this character, and he's fucking killing it.
He's so good.
So it's really, really cool.
He's so enjoyable.
A lot of fun.
This match is a lot of fun too. Mm-hmm. The big thing is AR Fox towards the end goes for the tag. Ricochet drops off the apron. Yep. He's just like, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Kevin Knight, when he does that like UFO splash, they call it, where it's like the twisting frog splash.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
Somehow, like, AEW unlocked a level of that dude that I don't think New Japan would have been able to.
No, well, I mean, he was stuck junior tagging with Kushida.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Say what you want about junior wrestling, but like, it's not taken as serious over there.
Not.
You have some people that are like stars, but they don't break through a ton, But yeah, I thought it was a lot
not everybody
of fun.
can be Master Wado.
Or Joe. Or Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt Syndicate comes out after this because Jet Ball gets the win. I guess they make it official for All In because Jet Ball challenges them and they get jumped during their promo and Hurt Syndicate beats the fucking shit out of them.
Yeah.
Puts Kevin Knight on the table, puts Jet Ball through, or Jet or Cornball, whatever. Too many things happening here. Puts Cornball through Kevin Knight through the table. But I don't think they made it official.
I don't know think we've seen a graphic.
But so then MJF's in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like he was going to follow up more about Mystico because everybody's like, oh, MJF Mystico for All In.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't seem it's going to go that way. Who knows? I don't know.
They can circle back through for
because he says that doesn't he declare for the Casino Gauntlet, MJF?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mark Briscoe comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Briscoe, what a master promo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He's talking about, MJF and his lacking his empathy, and the crowd chants empathy. And then
big Shelter fans in the crowd. That's why they're all
empathy.
Yeah.
I was listening to them the other day.
Yeah.
Very good. And then he gets them to chant about MJF's kosher pickle.
He's got a tiny kosher pickle in his pants.
Yeah, you go from empathy to saying you got a little dick.
That's right.
What a fucking
nobody
guy.
empathizes with the man. Well, I guess everybody empathizes with a man with a tiny penis.
Wouldn't know.
But he and then of course his girlfriend comes out and says that it's kosher, but it's not. I don't know, whatever.
Well, like you
yummy
said,
penis.
It's big yummy penis.
Yummy penis 2.0. I can't fucking handle it. Do not comment on. Just don't.
Let it go.
Don't. Particularly when you're an on-air talent for the company. Let's not talk about penises. But
talking dicks.
Unless you write a poem about naming other people's penises, I'm not interested.
Oh boy. This ends up leading to the champion or the gauntlet.
Yeah, because
number one entrant 4-way.
Because doesn't pitched? Like MJF say something about like Mark winning matches or something before he gets
said all you're going to do is lose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because like, we're going to go backstage and watch you do what you do best, and that's a lose.
And the reports are MJF wanted a program with Briscoe for a while.
Which is awesome.
I think, I hope that MJF gives him a win or two. So if this lasts a long time, a lot of people speculating that the ECW Arena shows are where Mark's going to win.
That'd be cool.
That's, is pretty much a hometown. It might as well be.
Essentially, yeah. That'd be real cool.
That'd be really cool. But Briscoe versus Takeshita versus Bandito versus Roddy Strong.
Yeah, I thought this was a ton of fun.
It was awesome.
Mark Briscoe gets the win, which like shocked everybody.
Yeah.
Big take. Mm-hmm. Him double German suplexing Bandito and Briscoe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the best.
Take is arguably the most complete in-ring wrestler on the planet. Yeah. It's really fucking good, dude.
And now he's going to wrestle Bandito at Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Supercard of Honor the night before All In.
Yeah, and then he's gonna fly over for the G1.
Essentially, it doesn't start much longer.
3 weeks away from the G1.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So yeah.
Unbelievable. But yeah, I thought this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really good.
I really did.
And I was super pumped that Briscoe won. That's awesome.
Yeah, me too.
Is he going to win the gauntlet match? Probably not. He's probably going to wrestle until MJF comes out, which I'm hoping is deep in the line.
Yeah.
Because if there's a couple of guys on the roster, but like you're running a gauntlet match and you want one guy to have good matches with whoever you throw out at him.
He should be the one to eliminate MJF.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
So.
Then right after this, you get the women's 4-way, the same thing.
Yeah.
With the casino number one entrant deal. So you have Willow Nightingale, who is just undeniable. I fucking love Willow so much.
Yes.
You have Athena, which
incredible.
We scream about, just the best.
I will run laps around my house when she goes on the main roster permanently.
Then you have Chris Statlander, which again, one of the best women that they have in this company. And Thunder Rosa was there.
Thunder Rosa... Everyone should be lucky that she waits 10 minutes into the match to get lost, as opposed to getting lost on the way to the building,
dude.
Or the ring.
Like I said, one thing happens.
Yep.
That's not up to par, and it's just gone. She loses everything.
If there is not a weapon in her hand, she forgets what she's fucking doing.
Yeah, this was
and she's not bad before it, but she cannot recover.
This was not great, to be honest. It just really wasn't.
Once
a little
she
messy.
Lost, right. Once she always loses the plot, and it throws everybody else off because she steps in everybody's fucking way. She's tough, man.
Yeah. Marina Shafir comes out and distracts Willow. Willow turns around and Yuta's about to slug her one. Mm-hmm. Yuta ends up getting pounced, which I fucking love.
But it does cost Willow the match.
It costs her the match, though, and Statlander wins with the Saturday Night Fever. Mm-hmm. And Marina's just looking at Stat, shaking her head in approval, and they're trying to make the hard sell. So, main event,
Hanger Mortos.
Yeah,
yes.
so Hangman Adam Page versus the Beast Mortos.
Did you see your buddy? I'm sorry, I'm not going to call him your buddy. That's very rude of me. Everyone's worst enemy, JD from New York.
Oh yeah, don't call it. I have him muted.
I don't know how I saw it, but he popped up and he was like, Mortos reveals who he's dating and he main events 2 weeks in a row. What a shocker.
Dude, that guy has like a weird irrational hatred for Mercedes. It's all because she said, you ain't calling my match.
Right.
Get the fuck off commentary.
And he was like, and it ain't because of his in-ring work. I'm like, oh, you've never seen Mortos wrestle then? Mortos fucking rules.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's on TV almost every week. Right. I understand he ain't winning matches.
No.
He should be.
Yes.
But he fucking
not
rules.
here, but yes.
No. He ain't being Hangman. No. This is a fun match, too.
Mm-hmm.
Hanger gets the win, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, this was another one. A lot of people, guess who would win? It's like, just enjoy.
Yeah,
Hanger ain't losing before the pay-per-view.
No,
so it's either he wins matches against some of these people and have good matches with, or he doesn't wrestle for another 3 weeks.
Yeah. After Hangman wins, the lights go out. Lights come back on. The Bucks have Hangman's arms, hit him with that BTE trigger. So they officially are done with Hangman.
Yeah.
Mox comes out, has a chain just choking the life out of Hangman.
Real convincingly, yeah.
The Ops try to make the save, but they can't get in the ring. Yep. Finally, Ospreay's the one who just goes, fuck this, and just runs full speed into the ring. Almost slides out of the other side of the ring. He was running so fast.
Convenient that Swerve got kicked out of the building and suspended for a week.
Yep.
Can't be there to make the save if he even would have. Yep. We don't know. Yeah. Will he or won't he? Can they coexist, Brett? Maybe we'll never know.
When that moment happens.
It's huge. They're building it so good.
That crowd's going to go ballistic. Yep. Yeah. I can't wait. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a good ending to the show, though. I did, to show Hangman, okay, you abandon them, then they're going to fuck you. You know, this is what the Bucks do.
Yep.
And to show, Moxley's like, no, I'm just going to keep choking you until you turn blue.
It has been a tasteful use of the Bucks, which is very nice.
Yeah.
It is a very fine line to walk for my personal
there hasn't
tastes,
been an overabundance. I agree with that. Yeah.
Fine line.
Yeah, I agree. So we watched Collision just
now, just an hour ago.
Recently,
an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. So not a ton,
no,
but still,
not a great show. A fine show.
It's an okay show.
Good stuff. Nothing crazy. Not even too much storyline progression.
Yeah, they're trying to build up FTR versus the Outrunners.
The first 15 minutes of this show,
way too long.
Way too long. I like the Outrunners. I like getting Stokely to talk and cut promos on people. 15 minutes a little too long for your show. But particularly when people are sitting. I know the people are sitting in your audience, and this is hour 3 if they did Ring of Honor before Dynamite, which we know they did. I'm sure they did.
I have no idea.
But they're running Ring of Honor this week from the Mexico stuff, so maybe they didn't do Ring of Honor this week.
They probably didn't.
I don't know.
Christian and Nick Wayne, they have a match against Big Bill and Brian Keith, and this is where I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Because Brian Keith and Big Bill are playing babyface here. Just very confusing stuff. Doesn't matter.
I think they're trying to they're trying to beef up their tag division and get people relevant. I think they think Christian and Nick Wayne are going to make a good run in that top of that division. So not winning the titles, but involved as a tag team.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's a little thing backstage where MVP runs into Christian and the patriarchy, and he's like, Christian, I really respect you. I honestly do. He goes, but you saying you guys are going to beat the Hurt Syndicate?
Yeah, he's like, Nick, you're just a kid.
Yeah,
you don't want this.
Yeah, this is grown man business, And Christian with the line of, I've always said, never trust a criminal, which was, whew.
Yep.
And MVP's like, yeah, you're right. I was a better criminal than I was a wrestler. He goes, I'm going to give you some advice, though. You don't want this. You're going to die, basically. Yeah. So,
I want to see Christian, Nick Wayne, and Kip Sabian against MVP, Shelton, and Bobby, and Kip get ragdolled by everybody.
Oh, he's gonna die.
Everybody.
Brody King teamed up with Templario.
Insane.
Which was sick.
Right. Oh, yeah, we gotta hold on. I gotta try and reharness the emotions of this match for me for the entrances.
So Brody King and Templario come out first, and we're like, "Oh fuck,
this is awesome!" We're like, "Oh, Brody's come out. Who's his tag partner?
Yeah,
it's Templario. This is cool shit."
So then Hechicero's music hits,
and it's got the whole time like he's in that angle with the Callis family, and there's a luchador. It's got to be Hechicero.
Yep.
And we're like, it's got to be Archer because they had that shit in the multi man. It's got to be Archer. The big guys, there's big guys, Lucha versus Lucha. Hechicero comes out, and I'm like, this is going to be Archer. This match is going to fucking rule.
It was Rocky Romero.
Fucking Rocky Romero can't fucking... Ugh.
Yeah, Rocky needs to just get off television.
Just terrible.
Ultimate politicker.
Right.
But Brody and Templario end up winning.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters.
Yes, right. Brody, a little bit of a communication issue mid-match. That's fine.
Whatever.
He is straightforward, beat-your-ass kind of wrestler.
Yeah.
But him and Templario, Hechicero rules. I do not need disposable Razor Ramon in any of my matches ever again. Keep rocking, especially because Archer's on TV later. And I get you want Archer there later to do what he does because he's a big guy. He beats people up.
He could have done
this
that.
match. He could have still done it.
Yeah.
Rocky is too good of a politicker. If this match had Archer and Brody beating the shit out of each other in the middle of the ring, so much better.
I agree.
So much better.
I agree.
And more convincing of Brody. Like Brody beat a dude who's tiny. Like, he beat a man who's comparable in size to Johnny Gargano. Like, that's not that impressive.
What a little boy. Mercedes.
Ooh.
Listen, brother. I ain't trying to be like that. Homegirl got it like that lately, though. I don't know what she did, but she listen, everything about her run in the right places
and her AEW, the championships, everything has really just helped improve everything about her. Her matches are good. She looked fucking great. Yeah. She's cutting this promo where she smashes the film and
she drops a bunch of F-bombs, which unfortunately haven't surfaced yet online uncensored.
I hope it does.
I
like
pray
cursing.
It does. Me too. Cursing rules.
Fuck shit piss.
Yeah.
But she's just awesome and she's on a fucking great run for now.
Yeah, and then there's a little interview with Tony Storm and Mina backstage.
Tony's all disheveled.
Yeah, and Tony says, I'm going to play snooker with your snatch.
Yep.
Tic-tac-toe with your tits. God damn, she's the best.
And then she says something else. It was a C word with your, and then she's interrupted by Mina.
Mina's like, please don't interfere.
Yeah.
I need to do this on my own. Please, Tony, interfere. And Mina win that belt on Wednesday. That would be
we talked about
the way to do it.
We were always like, what are they going to do with the double belt? Like, I know she has 7 of them now, but like 2 double champions on the same show is always really hard. We're trying to figure out ever since they started this path, like, how are they going to get it out of a double champion? Because unless you're unifying belts, it never works. Because you just give one up.
Yep.
So I think Tony can do it sneaky, so maybe Mina doesn't even see it. And then Mercedes loses. Mina's your champ. That opens up all those things. Mina's a star. That works. And
Mina
then
can start her own little feuds instead of just playing like second fiddle.
And then Mercedes is extra motivated and beats Tony at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go. I really don't want to see it. I think no matter what happens, Mercedes wins at the pay-per-view, but I don't want a double champ. I hate them.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be double champ in AEW. She can have all the other belts in other companies, but don't do double title in AEW.
If when they introduce the women's tag titles, which they're absolutely going to do, if she wins that and she holds a singles belt, that's fine. But 2 singles belts in the same company is always a disaster. It's always awkward.
We've always said, like, this isn't MMA.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right. Don't do it. Right.
Look, they had to make a whole fucking fake belt because Roman had 2 belts and they couldn't take them off of him.
Right.
Don't
do it.
Yeah.
Double belts don't work. It's always awkward.
Yeah. Megan Bayne beat up Vert Vixen.
Yeah, poor Vert Vixen.
Megan Bayne looked good.
Yeah, this is where she's at. I just think Vert, is... Yeah. Vert's good enough to have
got a nice reaction from the crowd.
Yeah, she's good enough to be on TV in a role that's not just job lady.
Yeah. Ricochet is leaving the arena, gets confronted by AR Fox for him dropping off the apron, and then AR Fox gets the shit beat out of him by the Gates of Agony.
Yes.
And Ricochet looks at the Gates of Agony and says, "We gotta go. Let's go talk." So
I love that you skipped Adam Cole, Josh Alexander, because when we were watching it, you were like, "I'm not putting this down."
No.
And
if you would have told me,
I know, that's why I love it.
In like 3 hours or something, like, hey, remember this match? I go, nope.
See, the reason why I bring it up is that I have a complaint about it.
It's not good.
It wasn't.
The crowd's
It wasn't
dead.
very good. The crowd's dead.
I feel like this was filmed at 3 a.m.
Cole the whole match, he's got this bad ankle. Like they're treating his ankle like they treat Kenny's diverticulitis. And Josh Alexander puts Cole.
He should start blading his ankle.
He should. He should blade his ankle until it's gone, like the end of Saw. Spoilers.
Wow.
But like
of Kurt Schilling the sock.
He puts Josh Alexander, who uses the ankle lock as a finish, or at least did at one point. Maybe he doesn't anymore.
I don't know if he does. I know he does the Jay Driller.
Yeah.
C4 spike, they call it.
But he puts him in an ankle lock. This man has a notoriously bum ankle. Also, prayers up for Buddy. Hopefully that ankle, Buddy Murray. Hopefully that ankle gets better. That stinks. He might have a Pillman on his hands.
Yeah, it's not good.
And Cole doesn't tap. And I'm like, no, Cole should absolutely tap here. He's working the ankle. Commentary put it over. And once that happened, I'm like, this just gets even more convoluted.
Yeah.
So, they're like, Cole can't hit his own finish, his own stupid fucking finish, because his ankle's not good enough to jump down off the top rope, let alone off onto an ice rink.
That video is fucking
But yet
insane.
he doesn't tap from an ankle lock, which just bothers me, mostly because I want this title belt off of Cole. It's another dead in the water Cole thing.
Yeah. There's someone we'll talk about, which is, I think, penciled in.
Yes. But let's get that title moving somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yes.
Queen Aminata versus Sky Blue.
Yeah.
Aminata gets the win.
She does, because they're gearing her up for something.
Decent little match here.
Yeah, it's cool.
Afterwards, Aminata and Julia Hart face off.
Yes.
Tekla comes out and they jump Aminata to then Tay Mello or Tay J, whatever you want to call him. Brother, Anna J.
Anna's, listen, everybody been saying it, but Anna's, somehow Anna is even underrated, even though everyone knows how hot she is. She's still...
Yeah, they kind of run them off of Aminata, and then Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford just come out and pose on the ramp.
Yeah.
And it's really to promote the gauntlet match for the pay-per-view.
It looked like Thekla was joining the goth girl clique for a second.
Just being
now it's just
being bad girls, man.
Yeah, it was just bad girls doing bad things.
Yeah, just a couple baddies.
And I like it as a build to the gauntlet. That's cool. Like, let's get and some pretty good fucking hitters in that gauntlet.
Yeah,
so
who knows who's going to be surprises.
Yeah.
So, Miyu Yamashita.
So who's first? Who won the women's?
Statlander.
Statlander's first. Okay.
Yeah.
So Stat and Willow eventually. No, because does Willow have something else to do on the pay-per-view?
No.
So that's Willow and her eventually meet, and then we get a full-on will she, won't she, Death Riders thing.
You would think.
Okay.
Main event, though.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly versus Kyle Fletcher.
Battle of the Kyles.
There can only be one Kylander.
Yes.
This is fucking, I don't want to say unexpectedly, awesome, but you're at the end of this 4-hour taping.
Yeah.
The crowd, I think you described it perfectly as they got punchy. And just started chanting for Kyles.
Right. We Kyle people.
Yeah, we want Kyle.
Right.
Let's go Kyle. Kyle sucks,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Kyle forever.
Yep, Kyle forever.
Yeah.
And Fletcher was great. He's like, they love me here in Seattle. This is great.
This match clears everything else on this collision.
Dude, this was awesome.
It might clear the stuff, anything on Dynamite. It might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's only one match on Dynamite you can compare.
Yeah.
That was the men's 4-way.
Yeah, for sure.
This is seriously so good.
The power of Kyle O'Reilly.
Unbelievable.
Like, that dude, I said to you while we were watching it, that dude is sadly going to go down as, one of the best what-ifs.
Yeah.
Because he's always, when the history books of wrestling are written, Kyle O'Reilly's going to be in them, but he's always going to be, behind Adam Cole, and that sucks, because Kyle is so good.
He's cool Kyle.
He's so good.
Yeah.
This match rules. They're both good. I like this a ton of this, and I said to you, they do it with Mark Briscoe, because Briscoe can take the L's. O'Reilly can take the L's. But if you want to bring somebody in, you want to test them out. If you can't have a good match, if you can't put something at least good together with Kyle O'Reilly,
go back to the drawing board.
You don't need to sign that name on that piece of paper. We're good. Come back when you can.
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly is fucking awesome. Kyle Fletcher is fucking
Fletcher's
awesome.
fantastic.
These two just go for it, and it's just so much fun. Yeah. Fletcher, I just like him winning with a brain buster. Mm-hmm. It looks awesome.
It's great because of how tall he is. His size builds into that.
He looks incredible.
And again, that dude, we talk about him all the time, 24 years old, whatever he is, the wrestling world should be terrified of 30-year-old Kyle Fletcher with 6 more years experience. Like, if I can do the math properly and he doesn't, like, he has one of those careers where he doesn't get a major injury and he only gets better in another couple of years, God level.
Dude, I said a couple of years ago, when he was in New Japan, I'm going, that's a future IWGP champ right there.
Absolutely.
Now, dude, write your own fucking ticket.
Right,
you go wherever you want, you know?
Yep. Tony Khan better open that fucking checkbook.
I said I would have brought him to the negotiating table. Go, let's do an extension right now,
100%.
Because he fucking rules, and this match is awesome. And
him and Kyle put a great one together
for such it felt like a nothing collision.
Yeah,
for this to happen it was fucking awesome.
It makes it very much a one match collision. Like I said, I like some of the stuff. I like the matches. I like the little build. I like the build for the women's gauntlet. All that stuff. This is the thing to fucking watch on.
Yeah, because then there's Archer gets involved towards after the match, and then Kyle and Garcia or Roddy Garcia and Adam Cole run them off, and Kyle and Adam Cole too many Kyles here. Fletcher and Adam Cole. Goddamn. They're yelling at each other back and forth. You need to put that TNT title on Kyle Fletcher at All In. Mm-hmm. Make it happen.
Agreed.
I think it's his fucking time. I think let him have that singles title. It's not so much a reward for the Ospreay program because that was like god level shit that they did. But hey, you more than earned this. Agreed. Here's a TNT title. Let him have a nice run with it.
That title needs to get off Cole.
Yeah, Adam Cole has just been so flat. He's a guy. He's there. He gets a pop, but I'm all right.
It's done. Like it's just. Again, I hate to be like we've been ragging on him for the past couple of weeks, but he's still talented in the ring. He can still go for the most part, but that magic, it ain't there anymore. No. The undisputed era, it's gone. It's just not there.
Yeah,
and that sucks for him.
Yep, I agree. All right, we're gonna go international.
Oh, all right. The other questions we have are international-esque questions. All right.
Yes.
Let's go international then. I don't know why I just said We're here. We made it.
Well, so that means I'm going to get my other Red Bull.
Yeah, go for it. I forgot what we were doing because I had to post a thing about snakes. What are
you doing? What are you doing during the show?
Well, not during the show. I waited. It was during the break. It was while we were being quiet.
What are you perusing during the show?
The Discord.
Oh, all right.
I wanted to see if the reason why I went in the Discord a little behind the scenes is because I wanted to see if Joe got there yet because he was behind on Collision, and I wanted to see if he posted about Kyle and Kyle. He hadn't.
Oh, text him tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a lot of shit here.
There is.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different shows to talk about.
Yeah.
I have one. I don't think you watched it.
Oh.
Or did you watch
what?
it? The New Japan G1 play-in?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I watched one match. I didn't watch the other match.
Yeah.
The other match I didn't watch was Will Cosplay beating Tai Chi.
Brother, so...
That's a fucking joke. Fuck this shit.
So you said to me the other day, because I got to make the brackets. They're coming out, don't worry. We'll run an opportunity. We'll set all that up.
Yeah. Final Wrestling Place will defend their crown.
Right. So we were talking about this, and I told you that I saw the results of the other one, and I'm not thrilled about it. We'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
And then you were like, it ain't much better than the other one. But I didn't know what it was. I couldn't remember. So I was like, oh, well, when I get to it, I'll know. But I was like, and I ended up not watching it. But when I was on New Japan World, I saw it, and I was like, I didn't even see the match. And I just saw it was there, and I went, Will Cosplay beat Tai Chi? You're fucking doing this to me now?
It's 2 years in a row we get no Tai Chi in the G1.
Or Ishii. Oh, no, Ishii was in last year, wasn't it? No, yeah.
No.
They're tag champs, so you rest them up for the Tag World Grand Prix that nobody's going to fucking watch.
But, like...
And here's the thing about the G1.
G1 is about, like...
match quality.
Great match quality,
right.
You know?
So that's my problem with the G1. The play-ins I like. That's fine, whatever.
I'm fine with play-ins.
And I understand you want youth in there, and they've been trying to bump Drilla up since last year.
Which I'm totally fine with.
And Will Cosplay, Callum Newman is whatever.
Not for me.
But if you're entering the G1, if you're New Japan and you're putting on the G1, to me, like you said, the goal of the G1 is getting people talk about match quality, right?
You build guys through matches.
People are going to lose. Yeah. Somebody has to only get 2 points, or no points or whatever. Somebody needs to be in that Yano spot or whatever.
Somebody's got to be the Lone Star Outlaw.
Right. Drip in my mouth a little bit. I love Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I also understand that he's an old man right now.
He just right now.
Just right now. He'll get better.
Yeah.
He'll DH. But the crowd's still super into him.
They love them.
And I'm happy that we're going to get him for the summer. And I know we're skipping ahead, but this also applies for Tai Chi.
Yeah, because you have to imagine Ishii's going to probably work AEW during the summer. He's not just going to sit on his ass.
I hope he brings Tai Chi over.
It'd be interesting to see if Tai Chi gets pop.
But, like, you can't tell me for either of these guys that them having, even if you want them to lose, them losing out of the G1 is going to be better matches than what either of these other guys can put on.
I agree.
I understand you got to test people out. Maybe there's something with Drilla that we haven't seen yet. I think we've seen all that Callum can give us.
Yeah, I agree with that. Callum, I'm good. I'm all set over here. No thanks. Him beating Taichi is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
But I did watch Joe Maloney versus Tomohiro Ishii. It was fucking really good.
Yeah.
It was one of those, like, they were both just going for it. Right. Bell rang, and they're just like, all right, let's throw bombs at each other. Good. This is definitely like hey, let's put some legitimacy to Drilla and try to make him a threat in the tournament.
And they've been working a little bit. He worked with Ishii a little bit before.
Yeah, but this is, I put in my notes, I am so bummed both these guys aren't in the tournament.
And that's
Ishii. I'm bummed. It sucks.
Right. It sucks.
Ishii's fucking great.
Because, like, when Ishii guarantees you a good match, he's going to lose. He always loses.
Dude, that Ishii Omega match from that one G1 was fucking insane.
He still delivers in these matches. And so, like, the problem is like, now that Drilla's in there, if Drilla has a killer G1, then I'm like, that's awesome. But if he shits the bed, I'm like,
Ishii could have been.
We could have had Ishii, and these matches would have been good, no doubt. Yeah. So I hope the best for Drilla. Callum, we've seen, man. And Taichi has been hit or miss as well. I want him to be a little more consistent.
He's been more hit than miss.
He's been lately. For sure. And he does pick up and deliver in the G1 like a lot of people do. But and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see. I've seen everything I need to see from Callum. Drilla is a little bit in the heavyweight division, an unknown quantity. So,
and I'm fine with that. Let's try something with him.
Right.
So that leaves. There's 2 other play-in matches that are happening not till next Friday, July 4th.
Okay. I'll make the bracket after that.
So the one play-in is the DJ offer match of Yoshihashi versus the Lone Star Outlaw.
That is, oh my God.
Chase Owens.
So, but here's the thing. Oh my God, Brett. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes?
If trends are telling me anything, the old vet is going to lose. Chase Owens is going to be in the fucking G1.
Somebody's got to eat a pin.
Somebody's going to eat all the pins.
Someone's got to die.
He's good, but he'll end up beating one person. There's not a single person in this G1 bracket that should have to lose to Chase Owens. Contractually, you should be obligated not to lose to Chase Owens.
And the other play-in is Rohei Oiwa versus, it was supposed to be Bad Luck Fale, but apparently had a death in the family, so he's out.
Yeah.
So Satoshi Kojima.
But Koji said he's never going to be in a G1 again, so...
Well...
and he's not going to be.
No.
That's all right. Oiwa's cool.
That just means Oiwa was going to beat, which Oiwa more than deserves to be in the G1.
Yeah, Oiwa shouldn't even have to do a play-in. That's a little insulting.
Yeah, it's a little disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll happen. But it's also time for you to hit another jingle because we have another question. Maybe a 2-part question.
Oh.
이제 이번 주에 애드 코드 질문입니다.
Ed?
All right. So Ed says, okay, so 2-part question, fellas. Shockingly about AEW.
Whoa.
Number 1, New Japan fucking stinks. That shit is trash. Holy fuck, who fucking cares about anything going on there? That leaves a big opening for someone with a good product and actual stars to try to take advantage of it and try to become the new number one company in Japan. So, hypothetically, if Tony Khan was a giant piece of shit, could you see AEW doing that? Look at their roster, lots of stars there that are over as fuck in Japan. Just saying. Tony Khan will never do that.
No. I think from a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense.
No, he would never do that unless, like, it's a Ring of Honor situation where they're on their dying days and they're up for sale. Then he might try to buy it to help preserve.
Right.
I can't even say preserve because what the fuck is Ring of Honor at this point?
Yeah.
Maybe buy it to try to, like, just preserve the tape library.
Yeah. I mean,
keep it out of WWE's grimy hands.
I could make the pitch that Tony Khan should buy All Japan, but if Tony Khan was to take AEW on a regular basis to Japan,
God, that'd be so fucking expensive.
Right. But
granted, billionaire, but still.
But I also think they would potentially be more over with New Japan because the reason why New Japan is in a little bit of the doldrums right now is because Tony Khan signed all their fucking talent.
Well, but they also don't want to pay their talent.
Right. But I think New Japan's problems start in a lot of different places. Mostly his name is Gato.
Yeah.
But they haven't been able to recover from anybody leaving.
No.
They have not. They have a lot of good talented young people, but none of them have tapped into that game-changing energy right now.
No, and it's very weird. I want to sit down and be like, so what the fuck happened with Zack Sabre Jr.?
He's like gone. He's not even on.
He's in the G1.
Yeah.
But it was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Here? He had the belt for what, a couple months?
November till, a couple months.
Like, he lost it in what, February?
Yeah.
To Goto?
Yeah.
Which I still think Goto needs to hold his fucking belt for the Dome.
Yeah, so
when he loses to Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't see him doing that. I see him respecting wrestling too much to do that. But you're right. I mean, if it's just a hypothetical, like, yeah, you could go over there and fucking dominate.
I could see them working out more of a lopsided New Japan deal, like All Japan, New Japan, after the Exodus, where they were like, hey, like,
we both got to work together.
We got to figure this out. So I could see Tony being like, okay, we're doing good on TV right now. He's not in a major role. You could have Takeshita we won't even bring him back. Like, have Takeshita for 3 months or whatever, which may very well happen if he wins the IWGP title.
Yep.
But a full sort of takeover to stamp them down, nah. But he has Okada, he has Omega, he has Take, they have Jay White. Like, they
got Ospreay. I mean,
their biggest stars are there.
Yeah,
and a lot of it was because a lot of them felt mismanaged in New Japan, and it seems when you're a New Japan, particularly when you're a Gaijin, but it seems like if you publicly say, I love it here, I want to put New Japan on my back and bring it to the next era, New Japan goes, we're going to bench it.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
So.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, Gato's the guy who threw fucking belts on Matt Riddle and fucking Nick Nemeth.
Right.
Like, that guy's not that far removed. I mean, he makes a lot of questionable decisions.
Yeah.
So, Ed's second part says he's waiting to hear back about my Colossal Con panel, but I'm just assuming I'm getting accepted, so I'm starting to work on it. Want to help contribute to it. I need ideas on really stupid moments in wrestling, just the dumbest shit. Like Stephanie McMahon comparing her dad getting indicted to 9/11. Jesus Christ. Or the DDT Iron Man heavy metal title. I think it's stupid shit. Shoot stupid shit and storyline stupid shit. Anything come to mind? Vince wanting to storyline be the one who got Stephanie pregnant when she was legit pregnant.
Yes.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That story, like, when I heard it, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then for Seth to be like, I said, nah, we got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a crazy one.
I mean, they have such a history of that because, like, also when we had Michelle on and we were doing the wedding stuff, like, Triple H drugs and takes advantage of Stephanie.
Yeah,
and then they stay like they're the couple.
Yeah, no alarms raised here.
Right.
Let's see
the Mark Henry hand with Mae Young.
I thought you were going to say the Mark Henry Michael PSAs.
Well, that's
talk about that if you want.
That's real dumb. WWY is like we all make fun of it, but like Judy Bagwell is terrible shit.
Yeah, that's real bad.
Shit. Reverse Battle Royal is real stupid.
Yep, that's real fucking dumb. Tito Ortiz being like the May 11th warning or whatever the fuck it was in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like, they're just coming out and posing on stage and nobody gave a
Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, that was real dumb.
Yeah.
A lot of TNA stuff is real dumb.
Yeah.
Like, when they had like Orlando Jordan like being like the openly gay character, but he's like just like rubbing baby oil and lotion all over himself.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like people were like, oh, okay, like, why do you have to go that route with it? You know, like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really, I mean,
Spartacus. Eric Bischoff making Ric Flair Spartacus.
Eric Rowan and his big old spider in the cage.
That they never really paid off.
I forgot who it was who squashed the spider.
Yeah.
That was fucking stupid.
Yeah, it was.
COVID era wrestling.
Yeah.
And like just how fucking weird it was.
Yeah. Making The Undertaker wrestle after Owen Hart died and he's crying in the ring.
Yeah.
It was real stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid for other reasons, yeah.
Did you see this is fucking stupid. Undertaker did his podcast with his wife now, right? Because she's the host now.
Oh, of course.
And there was a chat, like a YouTube chat or whatever, and somebody in the chat said, "We want Matt. Like, we want Matt back."
Oh, the old host?
Yeah.
Okay.
But somebody underneath said, "Yeah, Cardona." Oh, God. And the guy was like, "No, the old co-host. Like, I'm not talking about Matt Cardona here."
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know why Adam was in that chat anyway, but he was. All Elite Scooby-Doo is pretty fucking stupid, Ed.
Yeah, that's real dumb.
There's a lot of dumb shit.
See, like wrestle crap stuff, I can't even hate on because I enjoy that.
I was at least entertained by that shit. So
yeah, like the ding dongs.
Yeah, but yeah,
Arachnoman.
Vince's obsession with like illegitimate children.
Yeah, like making Hornswoggle his illegitimate son.
Ken Kennedy said he was supposed to be a Vince McMahon illegitimate son.
Very weird.
Vince seems to be obsessed with something. That's weird, right?
Yeah.
He seems to be obsessed with extramarital affairs. Weird.
Crazy.
Ed, here you go. The Linda McMahon being in our government whatsoever.
Yeah.
Real fucking stupid.
Triple H fucking a corpse.
Yes.
That was real.
Yeah.
Real cool, man.
Yeah. That time that William Regal pissed on the Big Show, but it was green.
Yeah, that was weird. But anytime I think of GTV, I think of Val Venus and Big Show pissing next to each other. And Val Venus looking over at Big Show's cock and just going, huh, and they call you the Big Show?
Yeah.
I don't know why it just stuck with me for years.
Val Venus sucks. Fuck that dude, too.
He's a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, all shit like that. Mm-hmm. That's real dumb.
There's a lot, Ed. There's a limitless amount of dumb shit.
Why Gato made Okada carry balloons for a couple months.
Yep.
That was real fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I still have one of the balloon pins.
When Noah put Fujita over everybody, old man Fujita, and basically killed the company a few years ago.
And then Fujita's reasoning to not lose is like, you can't beat me in a real fight.
In real life.
Well, got me there.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Yeah, so, all right, Ed, thank you so much.
Thanks, Ed.
We love you.
Talk to you next week, buddy.
Yes.
Look out for Sentai Sleaze Ranger dropping next week.
All right, so we have 3 separate shows here. Let's go to CMLL.
Okay.
So CMLL had their Fantastic Mania show from Arena Mexico on Friday night.
Correct.
Watched a couple things from this. One was the CMLL women's title match.
Where I started.
The new champion, Mercedes Moné, defending against La Catalina.
Yep.
I was like 13 minutes, and I was like, damn, they're just this is nonstop.
Yeah.
There's no rest holds. They're just going for it.
Cool.
I thought Mercedes was selling her ass off for Catalina.
When she came out, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool entrance gear." And then she ended up wearing it the whole match.
Yeah.
I was like, "Why is she wrestling in pants? She's ruining something here."
Take your pants off.
That's right. Your jacket.
Yeah, Catalina hitting the one-winged angel I thought was real dope.
Yeah.
I thought the match was very good, though. Mercedes retains.
Mercedes hits her stupid finisher. And it looks good.
Yeah, and then she does the bank statement or whatever the fuck she calls it now.
Money maker.
Sure, money maker.
Yeah, it's weird. So I have a problem with this with another match, too, from this show. But, like, Catalina's tapping, and the ref just sort of just like, okay. Like, it's like... The ending,
I've noticed they've let finishes go on like a little too long. Yeah.
Like endings are sort of like, oh, all right, it's over, and it's just like, no, where's the pump? Where's the excitement? And it's just like, oh, she tapped. Then we wait like 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna break it. Like it's just weird. Like the ref almost doesn't register that the match is over.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
That is like probably just because I'm used to American wrestling and Japanese wrestling, where when you win, you celebrate, and there's a bell. Like they don't seem to ring a bell in Mexico, and like. You know, there's streamers all the time and shit, but this was good.
Yeah, I thought so too. Mercedes again, killing it,
spending time down there with her booze family. It's nice.
It's a nice little
that dude. When I
brother man,
he showed a little bit more of his face in one of his things, and I was like, that's such a handsome dude. You can just fucking tell. He's got the Riz, as the kids say.
I have been confirmed that he is quite stunning.
Yeah.
So, did you watch LIJ versus United Empire?
I did not.
So I did watch this because this is the final LIJ match.
Oh.
So it was Shingo Takagi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Titan going up against Francesco Akira, that idiot TJP, and Templario.
Was the ass wang there?
No, he didn't go ass wang, unfortunately.
You never go full ass wang.
No, so this is the final LIJ match.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's a little sad. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so this is it. Everybody got their shit in, obviously.
Yeah.
They all hit their finishes at the end, except like Francesco Akira. I don't know if he was sandbagging Shingo a little bit.
Oh.
But like Shingo hits as it's so off time because it's supposed to be like the big like time bomb, Teton with his kick, and then made in Japan.
Yeah.
But after the match, like crowd's going crazy. They do the pose. Suji comes out because he had a match on the show too. They do the LIJ pose and they sit there and go, "This is it. This is done.
Wow.
It's over." Which is kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
That happened quick.
They should have just joined just 4 guys.
Oh boy.
Just 8 dudes.
That was just 8 bros. Yeah. So yeah, LIJ done.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's a
but
bummer.
it seems it's officially they're all going their separate ways.
Bummer.
Yeah. Teton is fucking so over here too. I love Teton. It's fun to see.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then I did watch the main event.
Oh, I watched Volador Jr. versus Ricochet.
Oh, I did not watch that.
Unfairly rated on Cage Match. I'll tell you. Yeah, it was fun.
I'm sure.
It was a lot of fun. When I put it in my notes, it was at a 6.9 only. Nice. Way fucking better than that. Like they just fucking have fun, man. Like maybe I like Volador Jr. more than most people. But like this was a fun, flippy dude match. I liked it a bunch.
Flippy dude. Did Ricochet win?
Yeah.
Dude, this ring is like concrete. Like, it makes me grimace here.
Yeah. But yes, the main event I did also watch.
Yes, so it is Hologram teaming up with Bandito against Mystico and Mascara Dorada. Again, just non-stop action.
Yeah.
I thought Bandito and Hologram had like good double team offense.
The dueling, the 450s,
yes,
dude, so cool.
It was
so cool. Like, timed so well,
dude. They color matched each other. And they were dressed like that, which I just such a sucker for little things like that.
I also like that Tony Khan has an international mandate where Hologram cannot lose.
It's great.
It's like I'll send you guys.
Yeah, ain't losing though.
You ain't losing.
Those shoulders ain't hitting the mat.
That's right.
During the match, like Mascara Dorada does this like weird like twisting Hurricane Rana off the top rope. It looked insane.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're awesome. And he's young, too.
Yeah,
like,
young.
Real young.
Because he's new under the hood. He's a different...
Yeah.
He's like the second Mascara Dorada or whatever.
Yeah, so Bandito and Hologram get the win.
Yep.
And after the match, this sets up for Bandito versus Mystico, which I don't know if it's this weekend at Arena Mexico. Maybe another weekend. I'm not sure, but that'll be one where
for sure.
Gotta get eyes on that.
This match is another where Mystico kicked out. I don't know where the 3 count came from at the end of this match.
Yeah.
Because he absolutely kicks out, and then nobody reacts to anything, and then the ref raises their hand. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, it is a little weird.
It's
I agree
odd.
with that.
But the crowd knows what's going on, so it's my fault. You know what I mean? It's my lack of familiarity with the way it works.
Yeah.
Because the crowd is able to follow it. But from my eyes, the TV, I'm just like, wait, he kicked out. He didn't count. I even rewound it. I'm like, he didn't count to 3 before them shoulders came up.
Yeah.
But all right, whatever.
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Stardom.
Oh.
Stardom
Yes, please.
has their pay-per-view called The Conversion.
Yes.
I watched 2 matches.
Me too.
You watched 2 as well?
I did.
Did you watch the Goddesses of Stardom tag title match?
I did.
All right, so Hanan and Saya Ida, also known as Ringori,
Yes.
going up against Natsupoi and Sayori Anao, defending those titles, or Ringori. This is one as well, everyone worked hard. I thought nobody was slacking.
Yeah.
Everyone's working hard. Ringori gets the win. I feel like they should probably have these belts for a long time.
Yeah.
The more I wasn't a big Hanan fan.
Yeah.
The more I watch, the more I like.
Yeah, she's growing.
Yeah. Saya Ida.
Ida's awesome. I love her since the first time I saw her.
She fucking rules.
Jordan Grace done right. Yeah, and I love Natsupoi. I like Natsupoi trying to be tough under the chop battle and just couldn't handle it.
Nope. You cannot
but
last.
The last 5 to 10 of this match are balls to the wall awesome.
Yeah.
They fucking go for it. Natsupoi and Aida are 2 of my favorites.
Yeah.
Natsupoi I fucking love.
Yeah.
Syuri Ano is amazing also. And Hanan is growing. Big hits, cool, fun reversals, a really fun tag match with a bunch of people I like, and a little, some youth with these titles now. Not that anybody's that old, but Aida, we basically have been covering her entire time in Stardom, so really cool to see.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
I like this a lot.
Of fun.
Later in the show, there's a new member of a Stardom roster.
There is, and a new member of a faction in Stardom.
Yeah, joins the faction known as Mi Vida Loca.
Ooh.
Which is Suzu Suzuki, Rina Yamashita, I forgot who else. But they have a new member, and that member is motherfucking Bozilla.
Dude, in what I'm going to say is the steal of the millennium.
Dude.
She comes out, cut off jean shorts, hoodie, right? Covered up, face hidden, lays motherfuckers out, and everybody's what's going on?
Dude.
Not telegraphed.
Dude.
No, I don't think anybody sniffed this before it fucking happened.
No, because the report was back in March or April where she said, I'm wrapping up in Japan right now. I'm done. Thank you, Marigold, for the year,
Rossi teamed her up with Tank, and she was like, peace.
She said, get me the fuck out of here.
She literally said, why are you teaming me with this asshole?
Yeah.
And then she was like, I'm out, peace.
Yep.
And nobody sniffed this. I didn't see shit about it until it happened. And she pulls that mask down, and the entire crowd,
dude, they go crazy. And
then come to Bozilla,
yeah, Bozilla,
and go fucking crazy. Yeah. I was going crazy, because I fucking love Bozilla.
Fuck yeah.
I don't have to watch Marigold as much because Bozilla's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Although I did like Bozilla and Marigold. I wanted to see more, but we also said, what else was there for her to do? She's there with the tiny roster.
She lost to Tommy. That was it. It's done.
But her here with Suzu, as an enforcer in that fucking group, she can be a fucking shit kicker.
Dude, when she hits that power bomb on Starlight Kid, I thought she was going to drive Starlight Kid through the mat.
Bozilla's awesome, man.
Oh, it was fucking awesome.
I'm so happy. I can't wait to see how Rossi reacts or retaliates or tries to bring somebody else in.
He's going to bring Marigold. He's going to push Tank.
He's going to push Tank. Ugh. Yeah. Tankzilla and see what happens. But yeah, good for Bozilla.
Fuck yeah, Bozilla.
That's awesome.
Bozilla.
Hopefully this means because they have the working agreement with New Japan and with AEW,
because
we get Bozilla.
Yeah, it was assumed Bozilla's a Marigold. WWE's gonna get one look at her and go, "Let's go, right, you're coming over here."
She should be in NXT.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's
and
not.
for her to be like, "No,
yeah,
Fuck yeah, Mozilla.
But like, let's get her on a Forbidden Door against, I don't know, Willow. Just have them running each other as fast as they can.
Die.
The mega powers explode.
It's gonna it'd be so sick. Main event though.
Let's get Bozilla versus. Let's get Bozilla to beat Moxley for the title. Who cares? Let's go.
That's very believable.
Let's do it.
Main event, IWGP Women's Championship.
Yes.
The champion, Syuri. The challenger, Sareee.
Mm-hmm.
And hey DJ.
Yeah.
We got a new champ.
We do. Yeah.
Sareee beats Syuri to win the IWGP Championship.
I'm gonna say something about this match that makes sense to me. I think it'll make sense to everybody. So, this match is not the best match of this year. This match is in the conversation. This match isn't the best women's match this year. But this is a perfect wrestling match.
It's fucking awesome, man.
It's weird to say that it's perfect, but it's not the best match of the year. But like, I don't know like how it's such a solid wrestling match.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I could kind of get what you're saying.
It's not the reason why it's not match of the year like in that way is I think because a lot of people people don't know what they're talking about necessarily, but like just because there's good submissions that are sold doesn't mean this is UWFI style like everyone was saying it was. But like, there's a lot of holes. There's
Meltzer said,
yeah,
that's crazy.
There's a lot of holes, and they make them count. Every submission counts like a motherfucker in this match.
I have that in my notes. Like, there's submissions,
yes,
and our friend Mike pointed out as well. Like, they look like painful.
Yeah. So like, for a lot of people, that isn't as exciting of an aspect of wrestling as it should be.
I love it,
but I love it. But everything looks like death. The submissions look like they hurt.
Those are the same people that complain about MMA like grappling.
Right.
What I want to watch two guys roll around.
But this isn't a grapple fuck match by any means.
No. But I'm just saying like the comparison.
But like but it makes the submissions fucking matter.
Yeah, they look brutal.
You know, like they're sold like crazy during, they're sold after. Yeah. Like it's really, really important.
The striking in this match is fucking brutal.
Like Syuri does a sleeper hold in this match, and I'm like, she's gonna kill it.
Yeah, I'm like, she's trying to rip her head off.
Yeah. Like there's Syuri catches apron kick into a dragon screw off the apron. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. What I can only describe as a hammerlock throw off the top.
Yep.
I rewound it because I had to figure out what it fucking was. Yeah. Like, I'm not even getting to the finish yet. We'll wait for that for a second. But like, this is a complete match. The striking is on point. Yeah. Hard hitting, no daylight, sold like a motherfucker. The submissions are sold like they fucking hurt.
Yep.
Like they're hard to get in and out of. Everything fucking mattered. The moves are great. Like, this is a perfect wrestling match.
When Saree's jumping off the top rope to double stomp, like it looks like she's trying to drive her feet through Syuri's stomach.
Everything counts.
It's gross.
Everything matters. Everything is treated as such by the person taking it. Like, it really is. This is a complete fucking wrestling match. Is it at times the most exciting? Because these submissions are also held for a long time.
Yeah.
But wrestling used to do that a lot more.
Absolutely.
And like, this fucking rules.
Go watch How Long Back When had Bret Hart and the crossface chicken wing.
Right. And then we get 3 exploders in a row that that's not the finish. I bit hard. I thought it was over.
I did too, yeah.
I was like, these exploders they're neck bumps.
Yeah.
There's 3 in a row. I'm like, we're done.
Yep.
This is the end of this fucking match.
This is murder, death, kill here.
And then it ends up being the finish. A little bit happens in a 4th one. It's perfect.
Yeah. I think these are 2 of the best women's wrestlers in the world.
Absolutely.
2 of the best wrestlers in the world, I should say.
I like Syuri. I think she deserves a better run. I'm sure she'll get it back eventually. Although I did see she's like born in like 89. She's a little bit older lady. But she's awesome. But Sareee is, I mean, her and Mayu 1A, 1B right now for sure. And like, I like that. Like, I already saw some stuff starting was like, oh, Sareee thinks she could just walk in here and blah blah blah.
Somebody said, I hope it doesn't get a little too orange here in Stardom,
right?
Because of Sareee and Bozo with the marigold ties,
right? But Sareee rules. So
yeah, she's undeniable, dude.
She's undeniable. This belt it's not a Stardom belt. It's the IWGP belt, which is a Stardom belt, but it's not.
Yeah.
But like this, hopefully, because they did this with Mayu, where the women wrestle in the bigger shows.
Yep.
So we're gonna get Sareee on a New Japan show. Like, she's just awesome.
Get Sareee in the dome if she holds it that long.
She's awesome. Hunter fumbled.
Yeah, that was funny.
But
yeah,
she fucking rules, and this match rules. And she's the only person that would make sense beating Syuri for this, because Syuri is also awesome. So watch this match, find it, seek it out.
Yeah,
I have it if you need it. Fucking rules.
Yes. All right. So before we get to the last show,
okay,
we have another question.
All right.
Misery business intro.
Okay. Sure.
Marcus has a question. Says, a couple weeks ago, y'all answered a bunch of questions for me while I watched Muda versus Hakushi. Mm-hmm. It was Jinsei.
That's fine. He's a WWF boy. We'll allow it.
Which rocked. Any other Muda matches from the mid-90s you would suggest I check out? Thanks, boys. As a wise man once said, hey, cleaner, I got this. So
I honestly didn't even look up a fucking match because I know I don't have to. I have one in my head.
You don't have to. Strictly Muda. I'm not talking Keiji Muto, because
the different
two
people.
different fucking things.
He asked about Muda. He didn't ask about Muda's bodyguard.
The essentials to me. Mm-hmm. Muda versus Tenryu from War. Mm-hmm. I talk about that match a lot, where I feel like Muda's legit trying to kill Tenryu.
Yeah. And that's going to send Marcus down a Tenryu
rabbit hole. That might awaken something in him. I sent him the clip today that was going around. It was the anniversary of that match where it was Scott Norton and Tenzan versus Meng, and I forget who else it was. I go, Marcus, the first 4 moves in this match are shoulder tackle, elbow drop, body slam, big boot. I go, this is tailor-made for you. So watch him versus Tenryu. And Marcus, hit me up if you need this shit.
Yeah.
9 days later, Muda versus Liger, where Keishan Liger comes out. Mm-hmm. This is one of those, again, Muda's just a motherfucker in this, dude. Like, just pushing and pushing and pushing till finally Keishan Liger gets unleashed, which is just one of the craziest things you'll ever see.
Yes.
From 90, Muda versus Hase, the first one. Not talking Muda scale.
But that also is on the list.
But in this one,
and
this is very underrated, because Hase bleeds like a motherfucker in this one.
Yes.
This is from 90. The 90, is it 92 or 94 when the Muda scale happens, Muda versus Hase, which that's just,
that was God. The one. That's the one.
Yeah, it's
legendary.
Let's see, you could do, not for mid-90s, but if you want some good Muda stuff, Muda versus Sting from Bash 89. Obviously, Muda Terry versus Sting and Flair from Havoc 89.
Yeah.
What else we got? If you want some like late 80s NWA stuff, there's a good match from NWA Power Hour. It's Muda, Dragon Master, and Buzz Sawyer against Flair, Arn, and Stinger. Dude, it's just such good TV wrestling. I think it's from 89 or 90. It's like, it's so like Muda's not the focus of the match, but he gets his fucking shit in, which fucking rules. Let's see. Not 90s, and Ed will vouch for this as well. Muda versus Bob Sapp from All Japan in 02 is fucking sick. Muda versus Hashimoto from All Japan in 02. Hashimoto hits like a fucking 9-alarm blade job.
Yeah.
You want to? I'll tell you what, dude. Even like when was it 2023 when Muda wrestled Nakamura?
Yeah,
that was like the last good match Nakamura's had in my eyes. Muda and Sting against the Steiners in the Tokyo Dome. That's 91, I think.
93, Muto Chono for the NWA strap.
That's in the Tokyo Dome. That's not long after their match at Starrcade, I think. This one's a lot better than the Starrcade match.
And then, because then Muta goes to WCW and defends the title against Wyndham.
Yeah, I don't think Wyndham beats him because I think Muta. Oh, I think that's where he's wearing all white, white and red. It looks like $1 million. Yep. Yeah, Muta Chono. Muta has another good because that's a 1-4 Tokyo Dome match. Oh God, who the fuck does he have? That's gonna drive me nuts. I mean, him versus Sting over in Japan is fucking sick. Wrestling Dontaku, him versus Inoki is fucking awesome. I think that's from like 94 because at the end Inoki's covered in blood and mist and it's just a wild scene.
Is it what G1 is it when he beats Choshu for the title? It's 92, 93, somewhere in there. It's him, Riki Choshu, when he wins the New Japan title for the first time. It's Muta.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, there's a ton of shit, honestly. I'll tell you what, there's a piece of shit, Muta versus Hogan. Yeah. It's has the famous Muta running down the ramp, to hit the clothesline, you know. It's a fun visual.
If you're like, this is a lot, I mean, because of its infamy, the Hase stuff is really up there and super easy to find.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, him versus Tenryu,
that
one lives in my fucking brain.
There's nothing I want more than for one day to get to be sleeping in my bed, all comfortable, tucked in, sleeping later than everybody else, like I normally do, and to get a little ping on my phone and to see Marcus's name, and he says, "Tell me about this Tenryu guy."
Yeah, that'll
tell me about Tendu, and I'll be like, "All right, I'm up."
Yeah.
Here you go. I'm up and I'm awake. But, yeah. And then Keishan Liger is also super fucking cool and important.
Him versus Stinger.
And you have the touch tone with Liger because of WCW a little bit. So.
Him versus Sting when they did Starrcade in Tokyo Dome. Yeah. That's a really good one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, him and Sting against the Steiners, that's some good shit, man. Yeah. God damn, I love Great Muta so much. Oh, he has so many cool matches. Yeah. It just goes on and on and on. But Marcus, again, if you need some, holler at your boys. Well. So that gets us into our last thing we're covering.
All right, let's do it.
This is the Death Pain Invitational. This is not a New Japan show. It's a New Japan produced show.
Right.
But not New Japan.
New Japan adjacent.
So I ended up watching 2 matches. I know you
only watched the main.
So I watched Kenji Fukumoto and Masashi Takeda going up against Rina Yamashita and her surprise partner, which ends up being Suzu Suzuki.
Yes.
Rina and Suzu lose the match, but coming out of it, I'm just like, Suzu is so fucking cool, and she's young. Yeah. And she's such a badass, and she doesn't wrestle a ton of deathmatch stuff anymore, but remember the match against her versus Great O'Khan? Fucking awesome. Yeah. Rina's tough as nails. Very familiar with Rina at this point. Yeah. All of her GCW stuff. I want Suzu versus Masashi Takeda.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Give me what I want, please, Japan.
Okay. Give me what I want.
That leads to the main event of this show.
Yeah, how much time we got?
DJ, I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
Because I want you to feel this with me. Friend. I want you to feel the power.
Are you nervous because I didn't text you about it?
You texted me one thing about it, and I was just like, okay, I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
I was talking with Jess about this.
Okay.
We had a long conversation about this match this week.
Okay.
So this is for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, a fluorescent light tubes glass board barbed wire death match.
Yes.
The champion, El Desperado. The challenger, Jun Kasai.
Tanahashi there to hold the belt up.
Oh, my heart. He's in a suit. He looks great.
He's there to watch 2 people kill each other.
Jun Kasai is bleeding before the match even starts.
I rewound 3 times
to try to see where it happened.
And figure out where it happened. And I think it's just because somebody looked at him.
I think so.
I think maybe he was taking the goggles off and he caught an edge. I have no idea. Yeah.
So, to me, and they show a nice video package beforehand. this has been going on for a couple years now.
Yes.
I think it was 23 was the match from one of the Taichi Taka Mania shows, where it's him and Drew Kasai, where I was like, this is one of the best death matches I've ever seen. A couple months ago, Despy versus Takeda versus Drew Kasai.
Yeah.
One of the best death matches I've ever seen.
I would make an argument for that maybe being the best death match I've ever seen.
And then this happens.
Yeah.
I'm so in love with this match. I think it is like phenomenal. I think it's pretty perfect.
Okay.
The story is there, which is like, I'm not used to that in death matches, you know. The wrestling in the match is fucking good.
Yeah.
I just like, to me, this is like, I feel like I'm in deathmatch heaven watching these two.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when Despy is in the ring and his head just keeps getting smashed into the sharded glass after Drew Kasai, like, Russian leg sweeps through the pane of glass in the corner, and he's just smashing Despy's head into the glass on the mat over and over.
Yeah.
And then later in the match, where Despy starts hitting his own head into the mat to fire himself up, brother, I like lost my fucking mind. I think this is the perfect ending to this. Somebody online kind of like said it, and I said it to Jess. I was like, it's one of the, like, I hate cinema, scenes, Riz. Fuck that. I hate it. I think it's so lame. This is the type of shit I need in my life.
Yeah.
Like, Despy, like, when him and Kasai are on the top rope, and there's that barbed wire rose light tube chair contraption on the outside, and Despy meets Kasai up on the top rope, and he's fucking hits him with the skewers, and he pushes Jun Kasai off, and Kasai, the front flip bump on the outside. I'm like, he's fucking dead. That looked like it killed him. And the crowd's chanting for Kasai to get back up, and Despy starts like chanting for Kasai to get back up, like we're not done. You need to get up from this. June hitting the splash off the ladder was fucking insane. Onto the light tubes, onto Despy. I love this. I love this so much. I texted you. I was like, this is weird that I'm like getting emotional over a death match. It says a lot about me, I guess. I don't know. I fucking loved it. And like somebody said the line here, like with their whole feud, because the whole feud has been about like Despy wanted to do death match because he doesn't feel alive. He doesn't want to be alive. And that's where after the first one, Kasai says, "You're a fool. This isn't about wanting to be dead. This is about life." And it's like, you see the rise through the story of Despy, like feeling at his lowest to now, I'm the fucking man in the junior division. I'm defending my title. Like, I am the highest I can get right now. We got to do this, and I have to beat you. And it was like, you know, after the match, they're both like cutting their promo. They're both crying. Somebody said this is a story about life through death itself. And I was like, I like that line. That was good. And, he made Tanahashi give him a hug when he was covered in blood. What more do you fucking want? When Tana's like, ugh, and then he kind of looks at him and goes, all right, bring it in. And he gets Tanahashi's brown and white suit covered in blood. I love this. It's perfection. Despy's white jeans turned red from all the blood. Watching Despy over the last couple of years has been fucking insane. This like weird, like, fuck it, I want to do death matches. But not just like death matches for the sake of a death match. There's story to it. I don't know. I love it. I think it's like one of the best matches. I don't know. I fucking love it. It's like a weird scale. I don't know. I don't know if I can compare this to like normal wrestling. Like, it's just different to me. I fucking love it so much. You tell me how you feel.
I'm glad that you and Jess liked this so much. I'm glad that you guys had a good time with it.
How dare you?
Because, I mean, I did too. This match is awesome.
How dare you?
Yeah, so everything you said, I just wanted to lean back and let you go. I'm excited for the English translation and hopefully hear what their promos were.
The subtitles are out already.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, they're on New Japan.
I'll go back and rewatch that. So it was also funny that Taguchi was on this show, which is very funny to me.
Hilarious.
And he hit on like the ring announcer or whatever in his after-stage everything promos. But anyway,
of course he did.
So I'm going to try not to repeat the things you said, but they both come out in white because they're both sickos.
Yeah, they know.
Despy's white face paint is it's just terrifying.
Unbelievable.
Really, really scary. He comes out, June comes out with the roses and the glass and the tubes. Despy comes out with the barbed wire cross. Fantastic.
Yeah.
The spine buster on the tube bundle was like the first big thing. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yep.
This is probably the best wrestled death match of all time.
Dude, I'm so happy. Like,
it's so well
it's
wrestled.
crazy.
Again, I do like the triple threat from a couple months ago as a death match better, but this is a better wrestling match, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I almost put the Zandig Jesus on the soundboard for the Tiger Driver Destroyer off the top rope.
Crazy.
Through tubes and chairs. Rewound that one a bunch. So I was like, what was that? How'd they do that to? Fucking crazy.
There were so many times where I thought Despy legit was just getting dropped on his head off from the Tiger Drivers.
Crazy. But then towards the end of the match, I thought it was going to be the finish. It wasn't because there was pile drivers afterwards. But June grabs Despy, kisses him on the mouth, and gives them the spike Pinche Loco. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title is insane. Tanahashi's there in all his glory. Tanahashi's crying after their promos back and forth to each other.
Yep.
Really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
I texted Jenna, friend of the show, and was like, I have something for you. Jenna's currently on vacation.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got something for you when you're back and settled and ready. This is going to be the thing. So
added this to the Doug watch list because he needs to see this.
It's absolutely awesome. Everything you said is absolutely correct. It fucking rules.
Yeah.
It is super deathmatchy. Everybody's a shade of red afterwards. Like, it's just fucking crazy. Yeah. And it's for the IWGP title. Like, it's insane. I'm going to assume hasn't been another death match for this title.
I'm shocked.
And so Despy's the best.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot out of his system. I'm going to assume, well, no, I mean, he's not going to have much to do during G1 or Tag League, so that title's probably safe till...
He's going to need some time to recover from this one.
So that title's probably safe till Wrestle Kingdom as well.
Yeah.
But, if he never gets this belt again, or if the run ends soon, he did it. Yeah. He did everything he needed to do.
He did the damn thing.
He should be feel completely fulfilled and happy, because I am.
Dude, I just sat there with it afterwards, and I was like, I can't believe what the fuck I just watched.
Yeah, fucking rules, dude. It was really good.
Like I said, I was just like, my mind's blown. Mm-hmm. I felt like I was at a loss for words after watching it.
Yeah.
Like I said, again, cinema scenes, Oscar nominated, dude.
I agree. I got Big Boss Baby vibes from this match for sure.
This was like, it was weird, like how like emotionally connected I felt to it, which again says a lot about me, I guess. Mm-hmm. But like, I've loved this feud for years now.
Yeah. And
like, this wasn't a constant feud. They showed like them tagging up together, showed the crossover stuff with Freedoms. It's just like, like how did this fucking happen? Like, I loved it so much. And when I was talking to Jess about it, she said like she watched and just had to like just sat there with it for a bit, to be like, holy shit, what did I just watch? Yeah. To me, like, Ed asked a couple weeks ago if we had some matches that were going to be probably deadlocked for our match of the year list towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I said, this is it. I said, it's going to be Despy versus Jun Kasai. And I strongly am like, yeah, this is going to be on my list, no doubt. Is it number one? I can't say that we still have 6 months left of the year, whatever.
Right.
But my God, I'm so... Like, I haven't felt something from a match in a long time, you know? Not like this. Like, we've seen matches where I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm pumped. But this is like whoa, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And Hideo Kojima was in the crowd.
Yeah.
The creator of Metal Gear and Death Stranding.
I saw, was in the crowd. Wild.
So, yeah.
I can't talk enough about this match.
It's awesome.
I'm in love with a professional wrestling match, which feels fucking weird to say. I love this so much. I understand it's deathmatch wrestling. I totally get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But if this is your cup of tea, come have a cup with me, okay? This is fucking incredible. Yeah. It's just knockout shit, man. And I loved it so fucking much.
It's really awesome, yeah.
Fuck, I love this match
worthy
so
of
much.
Your attention for sure.
Yeah.
But it is also a full-blown deathmatch. So if not your thing, just,
be forewarned.
Yeah.
With that said,
yes.
That's it for this week.
That's everything.
What are your matches? I wonder what mine are.
Oh God. Yeah, it's gotta be the death match. That Syuri is so fucking good.
I will take nothing away from that match is fucking incredible.
Yeah, but
that's definitely that could be on a year-end list too.
Yeah, it'll make it on mine. It was a perfect match.
It was fucking
awesome. There is something about the emotion
of
this death match is really wild and really special. And then I'm going to go Fletcher Kyle.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fletcher Kyle? Yeah.
Kyle.
the
Battle of the Kyles.
The Kylanders.
Yeah. I guess one of them has to change. Kyle O'Reilly has to change his name, right?
They should have put it on the line.
They should have, yeah.
You put your Kyle on the line, I put my ass on the line.
Kyle on the line, right.
I'm in total agreement with you on that, so.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God.
When was the last time a main event of a collision was the match of the week for us?
It's been a long time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Worth watching.
I agree. Did you buy anything?
I bought an autograph for Mick Foley.
Same.
I got tattooed at the punk rock festival.
Fuck yeah.
You ever get punk? You get punk rock? You ever get tattooed in a barn that's in the middle of a field? I have. I might have bought a couple of Whatnot comics.
Ooh,
again.
there you go. Fuck yeah.
That should be here Saturday.
Nice.
Got some cheapy Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane books.
Nice.
So,
hell yeah.
And Captain America too.
Captain America too?
Captain America too.
Cool.
Maybe something else. Maybe a first appearance of somebody.
Ooh.
Fuck
yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a Finn Balor statue thing, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
It came with the 2K video game years ago, and they had it loose.
Is that where it came? Okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
It was like a deluxe version of the game, and I just didn't buy it.
Demon.
Yeah, because it kind of resembles the Char Pro, a little higher scale, but it resembles it. And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" It's just
that's cool.
That's Finn, man. That's Prince Devitt, baby.
Prince Devitt.
I ordered the new Juggernaut, but then I canceled the pre-order because I was like, I ain't spending that much money on this shit.
A little too much.
Did I buy anything else? No, but I might go look at 2 shirts you sent me this week and make a purchase.
Ooh.
Because they were really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't come across those shirts every now and then. So, I didn't buy anything. Kind of save it up for...
There's stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Talking about WrestleCon.
Oh,
talking about cheapy comic sales. Talking about this, that, and the other thing.
Me and Joe are taking 2 youngins...
Right.
To Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, when is that?
The 6th of July.
Oh, okay.
So not this Sunday, but the Sunday after.
Yeah.
So, tickets are already bought for that, though. That's... Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but,
nice. Still,
yeah,
food, gas, parking, tolls.
Right.
Shit
costs
money.
With kids, you might want to give them a t-shirt or something.
Yeah. I told Tyler when I bought him those tickets last year, I go, well, that's your Christmas and your birthday present, and maybe your birthday present next year, too. Because they weren't cheap.
Yeah, well, you got to spread it out. There's a lot of kids up there. You can't be.
Well, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
I was like, this might be one of your last ones because you're going to be 18 this year, so this might be it, buddy. You know,
get out of the cycle,
and he understands. So, which is cool.
Is he going? He's starting his senior year of high school.
Yeah, so he actually he had a camp at Misericordia this week.
Oh,
for
yeah?
3 days. Yeah, he's kind of has an idea what he wants to do.
Okay, that's cool.
Which I think is very,
Before the start of his senior year?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Wants to go to Misericordia for physical therapy.
Nice. That's cool.
So I was like, fuck yeah. I'm like, people are always hiring physical therapists. Mm-hmm. It's a job that doesn't go away.
Right, because people get hurt all the fucking time.
People are hurt all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, and Feeney's a physical therapist. Whatever you need to know, he'll teach you. Yeah. So, but anyway, that's it.
All right.
Nothing else.
Nope.
Fuck, that match was incredible.
Well,
I'm still emotionally spent from it.
You are. You're physically spent, too. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at WeNeedWrestling.com. Social media at We Need Wrestling. You can email the show your questions, concerns, critiques, whatever. Don't hurt my feelings at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. You can hurt Brett's feelings. Not my feelings. I'm a fragile boy. Proud member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network on social media. Soon-to-be-named network.tumblr.com, where you can find a whole bunch of other shows like Final Wrestling Place. Tim and Morgan is kind enough to write into the show this week. At Odds with Wrestling, which doesn't have an episode this week, but listen to next week for Joe's story with Mick Foley. That's Joe and Adam. Longbox Heroes After Dark. Puzzle Warriors 3. Profane Argument. Joe gave me shit for saying one of them was canceled, but I don't remember which one.
Ooh.
But they're both around. One of them's around, or both of them, I don't know.
They're both alive.
They're both still around. We will be recording a new episode of Sentai Sleaze Ranger next week, so that'll drop. I'm hoping July 1st, which I think is the Tuesday.
We'll try.
We'll figure it
out.
out.
We'll see what's happening.
We'll figure it out. Some point, somewhere. And that's it. That's everything.
Yeah. Go watch Despy versus Kasai. Please. Please.
You hear him. Do it so he stops talking about it.
Fuck you. It's godlike.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of Podcast Network.